when we bring that Tony guy in, just I'm gonna leave. I mean, I don't really like the guy, so just when I'm gonna pretend I do, and I'm gonna
Canadian,
pretend
that
I got
doesn't
a
happen.
cough.
How do you?
Come on,
Wow.
kid.
If we can stomach it, you have to. You have to as well.
So
Yes.
when just let me know when we go live because I'm gonna fake cough like I'm sick or whatever. And, all right.
Jeez. I
Last
haven't even
minute.
done
I don't
anything
want to hear
yet.
him sing about the Beatles anymore, and I'm just like,
Oh gosh.
I want to hear about Nova Scotia anymore. No,
Oak
he's a cool
Island,
guy.
the treasure that's buried here.
I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
I used to watch that show. I've kind of lost interest in it.
It's even better, Mark. Like it's phenomenal what they're finding.
Really,
Did you
I haven't
say
heard that
treasure?
lately.
Well, I mean, they're finding artifacts that should not be here.
Yeah.
Like this cross they found that's from they with all the science it's from a mine in Portugal, and it's dated it's like 1500 something. And why is it 200 feet under the ground? Like
Yeah.
what? You know.
But their narrator drives me crazy because he'll say this, and this. And he'll, could it be? And then
Yeah.
It's not going to be anything because they'll find some little nugget, and then we'll go back next week and lather, rinse, repeat. So.
Yeah, it's just I love it, man.
It's
I went to there. I went to the island and I walked
you?
around, and it's a something weird's happened there, man. Like finding parts of a ship in this swamp.
Yeah.
Like it makes no sense.
So it's an open island. You just walk out there or drive out there?
No, it's private property.
Okay.
I had friends from the West Coast that were here, and we went there, and we just happened to get in and get a tour. And I met Dan Blankenship, who was from Florida. He actually stayed at my wife's grandparents, one of their properties they had in Mahone Bay. So it's just
nice.
like such a small world. So weird.
Now Dan's passed away, right?
Yep, he's passed away.
Okay.
Yeah, and his son Dave's not on the show anymore.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, he hasn't been on the show for a couple of years. So.
Now, which brother is he?
He was the son. That's David Blankenship.
Oh, Dave Blank. I thought you were talking about Lagina.
No, the Laginas are still on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was their show.
One of them lives here, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Marty's the one that lives in Michigan, and
Marty. Okay.
Rick lives here.
Yeah,
in Mahone Bay.
I was fascinated for the longest time, but they just weren't really gaining anything, just little pieces here and there, and I just kind of lost interest. But
they say, and they've not really. I mean, they found coins, but they're not finding a plethora. They're not. They're finding. They find more stuff. Like they found this road in the swamp that was constructed. The archaeologists did their stuff,
and you're like, Joey?
Hey, what's that?
I got a commenter in the I say hi to everybody that comes in. Sorry about that.
My daughter will comment too.
I'm not drinking alcohol. I'm drinking soda, like soda water. I'm on a diet.
Oh, don't say soda.
Yeah, it's not
pop.
Don't
do that.
Pop.
Don't say pop.
It's pop. It's pop.
I had people mad at me, ready to fight me for saying
carbonated sparkling water with a lemon, just a lemon,
with a syrup added.
No, there's nothing.
I'm drinking
no sugar, no calories, nothing. It's just water.
I'm drinking C4 tonight.
Are you guys ready? Oh, nice. My wife loves that. She does that for pre-workout.
Oh, I live on it.
Is that an energy drink?
A new belt day for you guys too. I hope you know.
Okay, I was gonna say, I want your new belt day to be the belt of the week.
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah.
I'm giving you guys. I'm gonna actually give you a new belt that no one's seen yet, and I'll give you. I'm gonna give you a bonus belt too that I got a couple of weeks.
Cool.
Sounds great.
Ooh.
I had a couple of belts on standby, which actually I'm going to put up for sale during the show, and I'll
What's up, Ricky?
I want to make I want to make your belt the belt of the week. I was going to tell you that earlier.
Yeah, and I'll tell. Yeah, that's
coming up,
okay.
bro.
Be a good show. And you're welcome to stay as long as you like. We're on for 2 hours. If you need to leave early, that's fine. If you want to stay till the very end, that's fine too. We have a little chat afterwards if you want to do that.
Yeah, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday.
Whatever you're comfortable with.
I don't think I can do a full 2 hours.
Okay, get out here then. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, leave.
No, you're more than welcome to stay on with us, or you know, stay on as much as you want. That's
if
fine.
you have to leave, just let us know.
Yeah. Well,
no
typically I'm usually in bed at 10:30. It's 9 o'clock now. So, but we'll see.
Well, that's when Gianni's coming on.
Gianni's coming on. I'll see you guys.
And they call me the grandpa.
Yeah.
I just get up super early.
And we are going to start the show.
I'm Andy B. Spanning the Globe starts now.
And good evening, everyone. It is Thursday night. You know what that means? It's time to go spanning the globe. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. I am your host, Mark Maggard, aka the Marvelous One. Joining us tonight, we have a special guest backstage. Joining us tonight are the usual suspects. To my left, your right, is Mr. Richard Ward.
What's up, everybody?
Also known as the Warden. To his right, I'm sorry, his left. Right, I'm looking at the screen. From the great state of Ohio, Mr. Andy B.
How's everybody doing tonight?
And underneath me there, from the Mountain Time Zone, Mr. Grandpa Walker. Feel old?
Good evening, everybody.
And then to his left and your right is Mr. Kevin Davenport. Not
What's up,
Dave
Kev?
Davenport, Kevin Davenport.
Dav is my nickname. D-A-V. There's no.
Dave's not here.
Sorry.
So I want to go ahead and bring our guest on because we're going to get to some good stuff. But before I do that, I got to do one more thing. I take care of some business. I tried to take care of it earlier. Just want to let everybody know this show is sponsored by Marked Leather Championship Belt Leathering and by Unique Championship Belts. And actually, one of the belts I'm going to show off tonight is made by Unique. And we have a kind of an informal sponsor, which is my daughter, Ashley, with Ashley Southern Designs. She's designed some shirts. Well, we designed them. She made them for us. So if you want to check her out on Facebook, she's got an online store. And if you are watching us on Facebook, please be sure to click on the StreamYard link. And then there's a link there that you need to click on as well so that your name appears on the screen. We put your comments on the screen. Otherwise, you'll be shown as a Facebook user. We have several of those that pop up every night. If you don't want to do that or you're having issues with that, you can go over to the Wide World of Belts YouTube channel and click on the current stream of Spanning the Globe. We're simulcasting live on that as well. And if you're watching us on that format, that is made possible by a partnership with the Brothers of Kayfabe podcast out of Oklahoma City.
Hey, Ashley.
Now they're idle for the time being. Hopefully they'll be back soon, but they make the partnership on the StreamYard more affordable for everyone. So we appreciate
thank you guys.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Thank
Landon and Jake, good guys, and they help us out there. So we appreciate that.
Yep.
Did the volume just go down?
No, I hear you fine.
I'm hearing it too.
Okay,
it felt like the volume went down a little bit.
Okay, I don't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring our guest on tonight. Most of you know this guy, Mr. Tony Thorpe from Nova Scotia, up in Canada.
What's up, Tony?
Hey, Tony.
Doing?
Hey,
First
good evening, Tony.
off,
Welcome to the show.
Dav, Kevin, you cannot trick me like this and put Dav up when I've clearly spoke with you before, and I was like, this is tripping me out here. Like, and I was like,
Kevin's not up there.
And I was just checking my Facebook. I don't know any Davs. Oh my God, Kevin.
Well, we just want to clarify that
Dave's not here.
Cannabis is legal in Canada, and Tommy Chong lives in North Vancouver.
Does he really? Wow.
Yep. I smoked my first joint with Tommy Chong at my parents' comedy club back in 1995.
Oh, wow.
It was amazing. Yeah,
I bet. I bet.
And it wasn't legal then. You know.
Hello, Gianni.
What's up,
Gianni?
Gianni had to be the first comment tonight because usually this gentleman, Mr. Kirk Hall.
Yeah, Kirk usually first.
Yeah. Johnny
Kirk.
couldn't stand it. Hello, Joey.
Joey, how you doing, buddy?
Bells
Joey's
and
a
Bells
beauty.
podcast. Appreciate you watching.
Yeah.
Vinny Carquito.
Vinny.
What's up, Vinny?
Hello, Rob.
Hey, Rob.
I hope
What's
you're not
up,
wet and
Rob?
naked. I hope you're not wet and naked while you're watching this. That's a little weird.
Platinum.
Platinum. Same to you, whatever that means.
Happy Thursday, guys.
Okay, happy Thursday to you too. Thank you for watching.
Same to you, Ricky.
It's Pop. We don't want to hear about your. Never mind.
What's up, Phil?
Phil Scott.
What's up, Scott?
Ricky Hernandez. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you as well. Yeah, he does.
I don't hate you, Gianni.
Hello, Chris. Oh, you can admit it. It's okay. We're
What's
okay.
up, Chris?
I don't hate anybody.
You're among friends. It's
Chris.
okay. G. Paul Walker. That's right.
G-Paw.
Yeah,
That's a
there's a
G-Paw.
joke behind that. We'll discuss that on another show.
Oh, yeah.
Have you guys heard Joey Gray's impersonation of Jesse the Body Ventura?
Yes, we have. Yeah.
It is phenomenal. I used to
Spot
think I had
on.
it one, and now I don't even. It's retired now because of how good Joey's is.
Says a little bit. Hello, Ashley. That's my baby girl out there.
Ashley, what's up?
Ashley.
Well, not my baby girl, but she's my oldest girl. But I call her my baby
Yep.
girl.
Always be your baby, Mark.
They're always going to be our
That's right.
babies, Mark.
Always gonna be our
Always.
baby.
She could be
Let me
81 in dentures and she'll still be
Ricky.
my baby girl.
Yes.
That's right.
That's right.
Even your grandchildren too.
Hey, Rob. Rob messages me quite a bit.
Does he? I get messages from
Not
him
quite
so often.
spam yet, Rob, but you're up there, buddy.
Okay, well, let's get the show officially underway. Now, Tony has a belt he's going to show us up. But before you do that, Tony, I want to take care of some business here. I got a couple belts that I've listed for sale. Well, one I did, and one I'm going to tonight. Get the belt cam up here. Second. Belt cam, another innovation of this show.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
That's cool.
I got to mute the microphone. Hold on.
Is that the Fandu?
Yeah.
That's Ben's favorite belt.
Hang on. Oh, jeez.
I'm salivating.
I can tell.
Starting to be.
There we go. Okay.
That is one of my favorite belts, actually.
Yeah, this is my Fandu. It is on the faux strap, the faux factory strap. Let me make it full screen. There we go. It does have some tarnish on the main plate, which I don't think it'll show up very well in the slide, but right there next to that screw below wrestling, and kind of in between there where the nameplate usually goes, and a couple places there. I thought it was water drops, and I tried to clean it off. It wouldn't come off, and I was told that this is common with Fandu belts. And I've had a little bit of interest on this belt since last week's show, but I haven't had any bites on it yet. So this is the version that has a faux strap, faux leather strap. So the screws are exposed on the back. And I need to make room because I got the classic Shields dome globe plates. I'm going to put them on leather, and I've already got 3 dome globes. I don't need 4. So this one you can still get readily. If I ever want one again, I'll get it. And this it's got the lace strap, which is very nice, very nice. Honestly, I have re-leathered the real leather one, and I didn't really notice much difference. The backing might have been a little bit different, but the main strap wasn't really different. So this belt sells, I think, brand new for like $450, I think, on the Fandu website. So I'm gonna let this one go for $350 shipped. If you're interested, please hit me up. Otherwise, it'll go back on these sales posts tomorrow. I also have, in addition to this, I am selling this one. This is the NWA United States Heavyweight Championship, also known as the 10 pounds of silver. This was made, the plates were made by Unique Spirit, our sponsor. And it's got the raised flag there. It's a relief piece there, as you can see. This is the painted version of the 10 pounds of silver. And it's on my leather.
Those plates look good.
Yeah, he did a really good job on them. I've got the silver one. I've got the unpainted version. And
to be counterfeit.
Yeah. And screws are covered up on the back. But it is a genuine leather lace strap.
Looks really nice.
Hand lace, thank you. I'm selling this one because I don't need it. I've got the silver one, and that's the one I remember when I was a kid. I just wanted to see what this one looked like.
Can we see your shoes again? Oh, there's the mower shoes.
There you go.
Dad shoes.
Those are my bootleg shoes. Those are my bootleg Nikes. This also has my stamp on it on the strap right here.
Gotta have the
Oh
stamp.
God! Tyler just commented. Everybody's woman is pregnant.
Oh, okay, yeah. And on this end, I've got the United States
details
flag,
work.
which I do on every U.S. belt and national belt.
That's cool.
And this one I'm selling for $350 shipped. So if you want this one, please let me know.
That's not bad, man.
It's a beautiful belt. I love it. I just don't need. I need room. I got other belts I'm bringing in. I need the room, and I already got the silver one, which is really the one I wanted. So it's a beautiful belt, and would like to find a good home. So.
You too can give a belt a
Tyler.
home.
That's a nice belt.
Thank you.
I think he's done knocking up people though, Tyler.
Let's see if I'm at here. There's
Tyler's
Phil.
on fire tonight.
He's always on fire.
What's up, Phil?
Don't take flammable liquids around Tyler. Oh, geez. Here's his spiel.
Oh,
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Where I graduated from.
Well,
Not a Pittsburgh fan of
I can hook you up.
sports teams and whatever, but
Like fungus, huh?
I make you drool every week, Chris.
oh my.
I do.
Details coming at 11.
There we go. I don't know which belt he's talking about. I hope he's talking about the United States belt. But
Maybe
They're both beautiful, Mark. They're really nice.
Me too. You talking about the Dome Globe?
Okay.
there's one of those comments. Okay, I wonder where that came from. I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of the comments up. While I think Tony wanted to show us a new belt day, so let me put you on.
Yeah, I actually saved this to debut here, a new belt day, and I've had another new belt day recently, but this one, guys, this is from the shop, and I had to get this.
Oh yeah, I love mine. I love mine, Tony.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It's really
just gorgeous.
Nice. I actually got it from, so I didn't get it directly from the shop. It was from a fellow Canadian, Jesse Jaswant Singh from Belts of the North. I got it from him. I absolutely love this belt. I was on my list. He sold it for less than what the shop sells it for, so very happy to get it. It's awesome. So really love the details. It's really grown on me.
It's one of the best the shop's ever made.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I have the shop behind me.
Let me interrupt you for a second, Tony. Just a second. This is Nor commenting, so we have to do this.
No. And I'm going to show you guys another belt that I debuted on the Bells and Belts podcast. It's the U.S. title from the shop.
Nice.
Yeah, I really wanted to get this, and I didn't want to get it from a maker, so I waited, and I got it from the shop. I got I think it was a Black Friday sale.
Very nice belt.
Yeah, I don't think there's one maker that's been able to make it even close to the shop.
No, and that's like
there's no way they can.
No, and that's the same with the new world title.
Oh, they'll try.
Yeah, they will try.
Yeah, they've tried and tried. It still looks horrible what they try.
Yeah.
Well, at least you didn't get the Lion King special.
The Lion King special was something else.
I know. I love Ben's always posting he's always in his group there. Always like, next. It was like
is anybody else waiting for that big eagle behind him to fall over on his head?
Right.
Yeah. That was the new world title.
Dangerously sitting above his head.
Is that a Hogan 86 behind you or a Hogan 87?
That is the Hogan 86.
Okay. I'm fearful of that big eagle come crashing down on your head sitting up there. It looks pretty.
No, nothing's coming crashing down.
Okay. All right. Just making sure.
Yeah. There's a couple belts
I guess.
I got a bunch of the Hogan belts. There's my kids' artwork too. So a bunch of my Hogans. These are all unique. These two are unique spirit, CNC. That's Muhammad. Of Rana belts, and this is Muhammad Arham.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
These are all mostly, I think, everything around me is pretty much either Unique Spirit, Muhammad, or Muhammad Arham.
You keep your circle of makers small.
I have done now. Yeah, I
Yeah.
tried. I was pretty genuine. I gave a bunch of people a shot, and I never blasted anyone. But if they like got pushy, or if they, you know, if the product wasn't as good as they said, or there was just something, I just, you know what, I'm gonna move on, give someone else a shot.
Yep.
And I've stayed loyal to those three because those three have. They're just awesome. They're good people. I've become friends with them over the 3 years, and you know, so they're good guys.
Rob Collins wants to know if that World Heavyweight Championship is on zinc or brass plates.
You know what? I have no idea what material the shop is using for these plates, because they're definitely it's definitely cast of some kind. But they're if I could take this off, which you can't because there's no the screws are covered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's hollow. It's hollow.
Yeah, because they're but it does have some weight to it, right?
Oh, big time weight. Yeah.
Yeah, and the gems are nicer than people give them credit for.
They look like zirconias, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I think so. They give a bit of
What's up, Vincent?
there. So yeah.
Hey Tony, can I ask you to confirm something, please? Can
Yeah.
you show us the lion at the bottom of the belt?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
We want to confirm that it's not really
definite lion.
Rafiki.
Look
Yeah.
at that.
Okay.
Definitely
That's
not
a lion.
Rafiki.
That's a lion.
That's
Yeah.
definitely not
Okay.
Rafiki.
I just wanted to make sure because I didn't
Don't
want
look
you
like
to.
no gorilla to me.
I didn't want them to slip you one of the.
Yeah.
I didn't want you to get one of those belts.
wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still say they should have changed those stones in the eyes of the lion and put like black stones.
Yeah.
These ones here?
You can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even the ones in the line at the bottom, put black for their eyes, you know, so you can see them better.
Yeah.
I'm used to the redstones on the IWGP version 4. The redstones in the eyes of the lion.
I love the eagle and the crown at the top too. Not many people spoke about that, like how there's a little crown and eagle up here. The detail on this belt is great, and it's the best belt WWE's come out with in a long time, in my opinion.
I agree. I agree.
It pays homage to the big gold, and it just also just looks like it's going forward, something different.
Have you guys seen the edits that people are making already on them? They're painting them blue, and then I've seen some of them that look really, really good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
There are some mods that look really nice on some belts.
I think Ryan Richards in Canada, up in just outside of Vancouver, he put a red stripe swoosh on it. It looks really cool. I think that.
I think the one that I saw.
Yeah. I saw that
blue.
picture he did. It did. It gave it a different look.
What really sets that belt apart from all the others is the tooling on the strap. It's not just
my.
tooled around the plates; it's tooled everywhere.
Jeez.
Brian is one of the funniest people I know. We randomly message each other all the time, and his accent is.
What's up, Scott?
Do you get the Dusty Rhodes impressions from him?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh
yeah.
Yeah. He's awesome, and he always he throws a few jabs at Canada too. He's like fucking Canada, you know, like he's good dude.
I think we should have him and Joey Gray do a Dusty Rhodes versus Jesse Ventura face off.
There you go.
Oh
There
my
you go.
God.
Hello, Gary. Hello, Gary.
Hey, Gary.
What's up, Gary?
What's going on, Gary?
Is that Gary Sutton?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, he did a really good job. Daniel, amazing job.
That's right. Danny Ripley does.
Oh, definitely, yes.
Does the tooling for that World Heavyweight. So
It's unreal.
yeah, I think he does it by computer. I think he's got like a
Really?
laser machine.
I think he did a 3D printout. I think he does a 3D printout, and then he's able to hit and tool the belt with the prints that he can make.
Okay.
I know he had a print. I knew he had a computer thing for it, but
that's with these 3D printers and stuff. That's how the Reggie stamp came about. People were.
Yeah, Joey, watch out for that Taylor Dove. Taylor's trouble.
Yeah. And apparently, you know, all you guys that are wanted, it's because you're all, you know, he gives certain people breaks or some bullshit. I don't know what the hell it was. You know, you can out certain people, but you can't others because you're getting belt deals. Like, where is this unsubstantiated these claims coming from?
we're going to talk about that in a couple of weeks. We're going to wait till after the holidays.
I don't even follow much, but it's just like the amount of drama.
It's juvenile. It's juvenile.
It is.
Yeah, tonight is all about you and to have an
coming out of
upbeat
the
of the
closet.
show tonight.
That's all it's about tonight.
Yep.
Gianni, never mind.
I'm Gary Sutton's favorite Canadian.
Wait a minute. Did that really just say Gary Sutton?
Yes, it did. 2 R's.
Stutton.
2 R's.
Gianni.
Sorry, Gary. He's just a commenter.
Tyler, that's awesome.
That's right. Joey was the first wanted poster, and Joey, we will be happy to talk about that with you in a couple of weeks.
That's hilarious too. I saw that on there.
It's a very nice likeness, by the way. Very nice poster.
Oh yeah,
I would have that framed if I were you.
Yeah.
Was Hater Khan ever put on there for ripping me off for 5 belts?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
So
I wonder what fake name he's using now, Tony.
Yeah, exactly.
He didn't try to spell the last name at times. Oh, geez. You want one of these? So, where did you get started collecting belts? What generated your interest in the belt hobby?
Oh man, so I guess probably started like most of us when we were kids and we watched wrestling, and to me the matches for a belt always seemed to appeal to me more because there was the drama of that belt being on the line, and then you're kids, you got growing up in Western Canada, we would get the WWE or WWF belts, the foam ones. And anyway, so fast forward probably 4 years ago, Father's Day, my wife bought me a winged eagle, which I still have, paper thin.
Your wife bought this for you?
Yeah, my wife bought my. So she started the addiction, right? So she put the needle in, heated the spoon up, got the syringe, stuck it in.
It's her fault then, huh?
I think I love her.
Yeah, so they bought me the winged eagle, and I'll tell you guys, it was like a moment of like Shawn Michaels dropping down, the childhood dream.
Oh yeah,
and it's probably the worst belt I own, but the sentimental value of that day, I've kept it. It's a paper thin wing. It's not even 1 inch, like 1 millimeter. Like it's the thinnest, like razor sharp winged eagle ever.
My question is, did you cut a promo with it?
No. This was before I was in any belt groups. This was before I started doing research on Facebook about them. And then, I bought my first 4 belts were off of eBay, Amazon, and then I think I bought 2 off Paul Zecca, and me and him have become friends ever since then.
I remember that name.
He was one of the first guys I met when I joined a belt group. I bought his AWA inmate title, which was in this room. I think it's in my TV room in the other room there. Yeah.
I want to explain for the viewers. Tony told us before the show started he's having renovations done to his house, so he is not in his usual comfortable man cave. So
yeah, I do have a few of my LJNs. Like this is a custom Hogan I painted. They didn't come like this, so I did the detail on the boots. I freehand the Hulk rules, which kind of sucked, but they came like this. In Canada only this one, and this here the LJN line, right? These were the toys. I don't know if you guys had this Hogan down in the States because the Black Card label, their last run, were only released in Canada, the Grandin toy.
I had that one. Yep.
Yeah. So I even made one, and I have another Hogan over there. It's the one where he was posed like he was taking a crap. Yeah. So I painted him in his. I'll grab it here to show you. I did it. Whoa! Knocked the camera. I did him in his New Japan. The silver.
I always hated them because they were too big for the rings. It would.
And I tried to make it a IWGP belt for him, but it's got the black trunks, the red knee pads, and the silver boots. There's a toy, a Japanese toy. Maybe Remco made them, and it looks similar to this. So.
Did you paint the Japanese letters on his trunks?
I can't get the belt off to check. I think I did, but. No, I lied. I did not. The belt's literally stuck to him. He's not giving this one up. So.
Oh man, it's not TV. It's not TV accurate.
Yeah, you let the paint dry.
When we were kids and we were playing with our wrestling toys and we were wrestling with our neighborhood friends and brothers, sisters, whoever, did we give a shit if it was wrestling ring accurate?
Hell no.
Why does it matter now?
There was no such thing as ring accurate.
Yeah.
Well, in the era I grew up in, there was no HD. And
did they have TV back then, Mark?
They had, yeah.
Mhm.
You had to crank it. You had to crank it. Yeah.
I'm not
Sat
like,
on
we're
sat on the
literally-
floor, black and white. You know this. You know.
But there was no HDTV.
How old are you,
The
Tony?
belts were etched, so that's a lot of belts I collect are from that era, like world class. Good luck finding a really good picture of those. So
Mhm.
I'm comfortable with close enough.
Yeah, Mark, I can't wait to go see Iron Claw, and you know
Oh,
what,
yeah.
Mark, I can't wait to. After I watch it, I'm gonna wait till you see it. I really want to talk to you about it.
Absolutely.
That's one of the things I love when you share is your history of that territory. I have a DVD in my collection, and when the WWE started purchasing all the rights, they made that WCCW one, and it's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. And I never got to really watch that growing up in Western Canada, but to me, Kerry Von Erich was the Texas Tornado. But I was like, why is this guy like so popular? People around me were like, oh, he used to wrestle here, there, and everywhere, NWA and what have you, right?
Well, I was blessed to have grown up in that era when they were the hottest territory, or they were at their prime.
Yeah.
I started watching them in late 1982.
Yeah.
Probably the fall of 1982. I just happened to be switching channels, and there it was. And I'd always heard of the Von Erichs, but never actually had seen them. Except I did see Kevin when he's in that brief time in Georgia, but I didn't remember much about it. But the cool thing about it was back then, they didn't just appear in the big arenas. They would come to your hometown and wrestle in your high school gym or your National Guard armory. You could get close to these guys. And before the matches would start, you could walk up there to the babyface and take a picture that you bought at, the programs and those pictures, have them autographed before their match started. That was cool.
That was the same way with NWA Mid Atlantic in the heydays of they came to gymnasiums. I remember Midnight Express and the Rock and Roll Express coming to a high school gymnasium in our town, and it was only 300 people in there. But yeah, you could get right on top of them, as big as famous as they were. Yeah, they would come still right to a high school gym.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The big question though, Tony, is when you go see the Iron Claw, are you taking a belt?
You know what? So the thought has crossed my mind. I was thinking, it's hard though, because I am training to be a wrestler. I don't want to I don't want to cause heat with any of the, you know what I'm saying? Like by doing something like that, they'll just think of me as a mark, right? So
Well, you are. I mean,
I
it's
am.
a movie.
I mean, but the thing
It's
is,
a movie. It's a movie.
The thing is, all wrestlers are marks anyways.
Yeah.
But they even one of my trainers mentioned that too. Like we're all marks. So, but there's just like certain do's and don'ts, right? Like I was, what was his name? Moose from TNA. He just wrestled here, and I was going to bring my TNA Wildcat belt and the Impact title and get a picture with those belts with him. And my buddy, who was like, "No, man, it's a bar show. Don't bring a belt." I was like, "Oh," because they're holding it in a bar, in a pub, right? So I was like,
"Yeah,
oh, okay." Even though I had VIP tickets to meet him, they said, "No, that's not because the crowds can get pretty rowdy, right?" So
yeah.
Well, I'm probably going to see it in the local movie theater. It's about 35 miles from here, and it's a very small theater, so I probably won't take one. But if I was going to go to like Oklahoma City or Lawton, Oklahoma, where the theater's much bigger, I might.
So I have to retract something I just said about Kerry Von Erich being the Texas Tornado. That was when I first, I didn't first see him, because I first saw him back when I mentioned this magazine. Right, he's right here. I just bought this because I had this when I was a kid. Right, there's Kerry Von Erich there, and I was a WWF guy. I followed Hulk Hogan. He was my hero, and I go through this magazine. There's all these other things: AWA, NWA, WCCW. I was like, what is all this, right? Because I knew Stampede, but I didn't know about these other ones, and it just blew my mind, right? So when he came, by the time he came to the WWF, I was like, I remember reading about that guy, right? And I was kind of like, why can't he just be Kerry Von Erich? Why is he the Texas Tornado? I was like, oh well, yeah.
Well, back when he was in world class, he was known as a modern day warrior.
Yeah.
And Tom Sawyer was his entrance music, which is perfect because it starts out the lyrics with the modern day warrior.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great time to grow up watching wrestling back then, in my opinion.
By Rush, Canadian band.
By Rush.
See how we just tied this all in?
Yes.
There we are. All segues in together.
At least it's not Pittsburgh.
Yes.
I actually, my favorite hockey player of all time, being a Canadian, is Mario Lemieux, who played for the Pittsburgh Penguins, now owns them. He battled cancer. He's just phenomenal. The best hockey player to ever live. And
don't forget Gretzky.
I love Wayne Gretzky, but Mario Lemieux was. If he had never had cancer and the back injury and all these things, his points per game are just ridiculous. He's right behind Gretzky.
Yeah.
So, I love Wayne Gretzky too. And I'm a big hockey guy. As you can see, I work with a group here in Nova Scotia. It was called Pro Star Hockey Tours. And we actually brought former National Hockey League players in and did some hockey games where we raised money
cool.
for charity. First responders, actually. So it was pretty cool.
Is that a Mike Trout jersey next to that?
It is. Mike Trout's my favorite non-Yankee. And then that's my that was the team. Sport Wheels is my buddy's sporting goods store. And I played on the softball team that the store sponsored, and number 3 was my number.
So
in honor of my friend that passed away many years ago. So, and then there's pictures of my kids and my WCW belts. And then some guitars I built. Those are all guitars I built. I actually was going to create a YouTube channel about how to restore guitars before COVID hit. And the belt hobby totally destroyed my guitar collecting hobby.
So you collect a lot of things: guitars, belts,
comic books,
jerseys,
video games, jerseys. Yeah. Nice Chicago Blackhawks jersey.
Yep.
Ben.
That's the nicest jersey in sports. I'll put my money on that.
It's very nice, very nice. My daughter would disagree with you. She would say the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim had the best jersey.
That is absolutely wrong. That is one of the worst.
She was a kid when it came out. She loved that movie.
Yeah, that movie was, that was as a kid. I mean, growing up in Canada, like hockey was. Well, my parents were English, so they forced me to play soccer, which I hated because it was outside and it was cold. At least when you played hockey, you had something on to keep warm, right? And I didn't get into hockey until I was 16. But the sport I love the most is baseball. I love baseball.
Baseball's a good game.
Softball. Like I play so like in the summertime, my wife doesn't see me. Every night of the week I'm playing. On the weekends I'm out. If I'm not training for wrestling, I'm out playing softball.
Yeah. You also now you say you haven't done this in a while, but you also partake in singing. You've done some videos on Facebook, but you also sing in clubs and local establishments.
I've done a lot of that. I was on a Vancouver radio station years ago, and I played Oasis Wonderwall. And but no, I love singing. It's just something I've always done. Karaoke, back in the 90s. I'm dating myself. I remember I was in my early 20s, and I thought girls like to sing. So then I'd see all these karaoke bars, and I go and then I would sing Beatles songs, and I just would meet girls that way.
Good way to make girls, yeah.
What's that?
That's a good way to make girls.
Actually, and you know what? So I'll tell you this. I actually
good way to make them run.
I sang to her. I play guitar, and she thought I was so cool. Then she sees my comic book collection, my retro video game collection, wrestling belt.
Did you let him stroke your guitar?
Third I've ever met.
Oh man. No, when I went on my first date with my wife, I sang to her. I don't remember what it was I sang, but she fell in love with it. So she kept wanting the same song, and I just got so tired of it. I just lost interest, so I quit doing it. It just upsets her to this day. But yeah.
No, I've heard you sing too, Mark. You got a nice voice.
Thank you. I used to.
It was an older video you had posted on your Facebook page, I believe.
Yeah, you haven't made it until you had steaks cooked behind you.
Yeah.
There you go. I get the joke this time.
Yeah. Awesome. I didn't even know that was going on behind me. I wasn't paying that much attention till the girl. This was on VHS tape, and the way I got it on YouTube was I played it on the TV on my VCR, which I actually still have a VCR. And took my phone and videoed it.
What's up, Antonio?
Really cool. I want to take a break here for a second from the conversation. I want to give a shout out to the Ghost Milk Diaries podcast. They were on last night and said some very, very kind things about this podcast. And I just want to let you guys know they were defending us, what they were doing. And I appreciate that, Rich. We got it. But to have that kind of support means a lot from you guys, Antonio and Ethan and Tony. So thanks we greatly appreciate you guys, really. And I normally don't watch other podcasts, but somebody told me in our group chat that they were talking about us, and I had to go watch.
Mhm.
So I watched, and I think
Yeah,
we
pretty
are
cool.
of a common thought on a certain subject, which we'll talk about later.
They're good guys.
Yeah, guys, I'm humbled as
Ethan
well.
Thompson.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. So we greatly appreciate it. Just want to let you guys know that. Sorry, go ahead. Didn't mean to interrupt you. I want to get that while I was thinking about it.
Thanks, Antonio. Thank you.
Antonio does leather too, by the way. Check him out, Mendoza Craft.
Yeah.
On Facebook. I'll have to have him on the show one of these days.
Tony's favorite Hogan belt?
Yes.
Oh, man. My favorite. So it's going to be the Hogan 86 because it's just, to me, you know, he just had so many like iconic matches with this belt here. This one's just regular. This isn't. These ones here are HD. They're what do they call it? CNC machine. This one's just your standard acid etch.
Okay.
Yeah. But he made it a bit bigger. The main plate a bit bigger because a lot of makers were making it small at the time. So I really like this one. It's sentimentally, you know, it's just awesome. I love the Winged Eagle too. I mean, that's iconic, right? But the Hogan 86 to me was.
If I had to pick my favorite Hogan belts, I would say it would be the 86 and the big green.
Yeah, the big green's beautiful, and the way they've layered this one, it's just phenomenal. I didn't really like the 84 and the 85, how they're just kind of silver and plain, but owning them and the really nice leather that Unique Spirit put on these, Mark, like they're phenomenal. Like I'm going to show you this. This Hogan 84 has the nicest leather on any belt I've ever got from Pakistan, and I want to show you this.
It's lace too, right?
It's like it's just soft. It's incredible.
Buttery.
Like, look at how it's just folded over.
Is it buttery stuff? Is what we
and
need.
it's not breaking. It smells nice. Like it smells different. This belt's. I love this one, even though it's just plain nickel. But the fact that I don't know what Unique did for this one. If there was there was a jacket that didn't get made, but this leather is ridiculous.
Now that's CNC, correct?
Yeah, this one is. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to hit him up about that.
Yeah. Unique did that one and the 85, and they're both phenomenal there. Like the 85 is great too, which you can see there. And this one here that Muhammad did, the stack, like it's a couple different layers, right? I take it off. This one's quite heavy, but it's almost like this is quite really nicely done belt.
Amen. Antonio.
It's weird. Hogan didn't like that one, I believe.
No, he held it for like what, a week, if even that long.
Yeah, and then he switched to this.
And that's my favorite Hogan belt right there.
Well, we have a certain love for this belt, right, Mark? Because of there's some really cool designs made from this. This family, right?
Yeah.
Why's it got to be just Mark?
I don't know why what they call that style, but you have the NWA TV, you got the NWA National,
yes,
World Class American,
American,
the Pacific Northwest belt.
Yeah,
a lot of belts.
AWA tag.
AW tags, yes. A lot of belts were made in that style.
Yep.
Here's another one by Unique Spirit that's within our same vein here. Now, this one's been re-leathered by Canuck Belts.
Oh, I got one of those.
Yeah. So he did a really nice job on this. It's really tight. These are just standard
title.
Really nice curve.
Yeah, mine doesn't have the logo plate. But
yeah, I asked for that. Now, I don't think the original NWA one back in the day would have had that, would it?
No.
NWA didn't have
not
any logo.
TV accurate.
Yeah. I'm
Hey, if you like it, that's all that matters, Tony.
Here's mine by Unique.
It's a beautiful belt. When I got this from him, this belt when it came from him, and I told him this was the worst leather I've ever seen. It was the thickest leather. Then you couldn't bend it. You couldn't do anything with it. So
the buzzsaw I helped design. Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Well, it's BCW, Buzzsaw Championship Wrestling.
Right, yeah. And then this was one of my first belts I got. It was from Newman Ali. He just pissed me off or something, so I stopped working with him.
Yeah, NWA TV is my favorite title.
Yeah, this is on red leather. It really pops with the. No, you don't like it? Okay.
No, Tyler just made a comment.
Okay. I have that NWA red, but my red is oxblood, which wasn't the accurate color. but over time, that color broke down and ended up looking like ox blood. And that's
Yeah.
I just like that color.
It is, Tyler, when I watch Dukes of Hazzard. Crazy Cooter coming at you here.
Is my accent TV accurate?
You ain't from around here, are you?
You just wait till I interview you, pal.
It's child support accurate.
Yeah. I want to let everybody know that I've been talking, but I'm going to kind of back off a little bit because I woke up this morning not feeling well. I had a sore throat last night. I had a headache today. I got sinus stuff going on. So if I'm quiet, that's what's going on.
I'm battling a cold myself. I took a bunch of vitamin C and trying to fight this off.
I mean, I'll talk when I feel like I can do it, but catch up with the comments.
Are you guys all ready for Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm psyched.
No,
pretty much.
As far as shopping,
matter of
no.
fact, I got my good Christmas shirt on today.
Nice. That's awesome. The shitter's full.
Yeah. I got that as a ringtone.
That's awesome.
But I put my phone on silent when I go to church.
Good man.
Yeah.
My
You got some-
Canadian custom belt. I have a couple that are.
You got
they're
some
in there.
Stampede belts, right?
I actually do have the Stampede belt. It's in this room too. It's right here in front of me. Let me
Oh wow, cool.
You know what else? Look, I got my Bret Hart shorts here.
Ah,
nice.
Yeah, the Hitman's obviously, he's right up there with Hogan and
Don't let him know you have it. He'd complain about it.
What's that?
Don't let him know you have it. He might complain about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that one in my collection too as well, Tony. That is an awesome belt.
Yeah, this was made by Muhammad Arham. He did a better job tooling leather this time. He made it smaller. The one so this is a funny story. I won a raffle that Eddie Williams did, and I actually got the belt. But I had to message him and say, "Hey, are you gonna send me the belt?" And he's like, "Yeah." So he did. He sent it, and then like a couple months later, he ripped everybody off. And stuff.
Yeah, somebody.
There has been some tarnishing. Now, it sucks, but you know what? Kind of gives it a bit of character because this belt should look a little more beat up and old. Anyways.
Is it that ring used look?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I could say.
It's funny. It looks like a trophy shop belt, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, the leather's not the softest. But he did tool it, right?
Yeah.
I could get it re-leathered. I know a few guys, right, Mark?
I would do that kind of tooling.
I mean, the one I got is the bigger version, of course. It was a little bit oversized, but I still love it.
Did I sell you that one?
No, I got that one actually from the maker himself.
Oh, okay. Cool. So one of the things too, I'll show you. This is a custom first baseman's mitt that I have that I got made by Rawlings because I play so much first base, and so it says on the thumb, it says "Take a seat," and it says right here, "You're out."
Okay.
You're out.
Nice.
So, yeah, I had that custom made too.
That's first baseman's mitt.
Yeah, play first. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. You never go to third base?
I have played third. Yeah, I've gone to third.
Okay. never got past first base. Okay.
Oh. Yeah. Well.
Oh man. So you said you're I guess working out to become a wrestler.
I'm trying. It's hard as hell. Like I'm 47 years old.
Yeah.
I played sports. I played hockey. I've taken a beating, but the training, like you train and we're in there for an hour, 2 hours training. We're taking bumps. We're doing stuff, working on, we do our chain work and stuff, run the ropes, and you're fucking gassed. Like you're dead. And I'm thinking you're doing all this just for like a 5, maybe 7 minute match, right? Gary's getting past their face right now.
Sounds like a road warrior.
We really need to know.
He say, "You want one of these right now?"
Oh, someone's at the door. They didn't realize it was in a podcast, but come on in.
Yeah. Oh,
my daughter has. She got a luchador mask. You want to come on and show them?
Yeah,
it's a wrestling podcast.
Let's see it.
So my daughter is a big fan of a local wrestler, Mia Malik. This is my daughter Kelsey.
Hello.
Oh, cool. Hey, what's up?
Done her hair.
How you doing, Kelsey?
You say hi to the guys.
Hi.
That's a great mask.
You come to wrestling with me, and you love Mia Malik, don't you? She's a luchador. She's
That's
a little
Yeah.
So.
It's nice to be able to get the kids involved. It really is.
Oh, heck yeah. That's what it's all about.
you're excited for the next show, right?
Yeah.
See, my dad never took me to wrestling. I found out my granddad really liked wrestling. They're from England, and my parents immigrated to Canada in the early 70s. But my dad he took us to hockey, he took us to soccer. He wasn't into baseball, so we never got really shown that unless it was by my neighbors who loved baseball.
There you go, Antonio. That comment says it all.
Taking her to I sent Mia Malik's her name. She's the only female Lebanese luchador in North America, I think. If you can find another Lebanese luchador that's female,
wow.
Mia Malik's her name. You can find her. Yeah, she wrestles for Kaizen Wrestling where I train. So, what did you want? Buddy?
Cool, man.
That's this.
Okay, thanks, buddy.
Cool.
She's going to bed. See ya. Thanks, buddy.
Hopefully she gets the bandages off soon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Jesus.
She's beautiful. She is.
Thanks, Tyler. You're a good guy yourself. You're a good kid, Tyler. Good kid.
Yeah. But
yeah. Anyway.
But Tony, you don't have a case number. Anyway.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Thanks, Ricky. I'm gonna be guilty by association, wanted dead or alive.
There you go.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Now you've taken some time back away from the hobby because you said you just have a lot going on in your life. You got the renovation of your house.
And I've almost finished my collection.
Yeah, I hear you.
There's not really like I kind of want to get a Fandu Lux all gold, big gold. I have the dual plated one. Actually, Ryan Richards from Belts of the North, he's got a send out strap for me that should be coming for my dual plated Lux. Mark, I would buy from you. It's just the Canadian dollar is so shit, and
That's
with
fine.
the shipping, so it's nothing personal.
Oops, we missed that one.
Yeah,
I'll get counseling. I'll be all right. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, but I just, I find like the drama and the back and forth between people that I'm friends with, people that I like.
I did it, Antonio.
Like Gary and I talk a lot. Gary's a great guy, and I see him get dragged through the mud by people and shit on, and it's like it's not warranted. He's never been wrong.
Well, Gary's a controversial figure. He is, but you just have to get to know him, and I've gotten to know him over the last few months, and he's a different guy than what the perception is about him. But you don't want to be on the wrong side of him. I'll put it that way.
I got to answer Antonio's comment there. She asked for a ring. I thought she meant around the bed, so that's what I did.
My wife
put ropes around the bed.
Yeah.
Did you win the title there, Richard?
Yeah, I won every single one that night.
There you go.
All right, that's what counts.
So Vinny's getting the same belt today. Nice, awesome, Vinny.
I didn't have ring ropes around the bed, but I did have a trampoline. I would do some shadow wrestling, and I'd fake bounce off the ropes. And
I was catching my back bumps in the summer on my trampoline.
The neighbors would watch, and my mother was horrified. I had the knee pads, the knee-high socks, and everything. I wore my shorts. I wore my underwear.
I actually have some of my gear. I got some of my gear. These are I'm going. I got red knee pads and red trunks. Going with the tighties. And
how'd you feel wearing those out in public for the first time?
Oh, you know what? I have all black. I don't want to go all black. I actually kind of I wanted to go all red to actually pay tribute to Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
Oh, okay.
I like that comment.
Oh man,
dude, I'd be afraid to rock those.
Really?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Well, when I was younger, maybe.
I had them on at training, and I was fine. Like I do squats. I don't skip leg day. So
at our age, I'd be afraid something might pop out.
No, you can wear banana hammocks. You got to wear don't
Nikita. No Nikita.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want a Nikita, man.
Yeah, double up if you have to. Coach says double up if you have to.
The wife keeps asking me, "Why don't you wear that? Why don't you wear that?" I said, "If I wear that, something's gonna pop out."
Yeah.
The crazy part about that is when the referee just slid it back in for Nikita.
Yeah, that's what I was laughing at.
Like, dude, look.
I'm not that in doubt. I don't have that problem.
Look at that.
Let me take care of that for you real quick.
Fell out. Look at that.
Yeah, that was classic. That was great. That was great.
He didn't miss
Like
a
that?
beat.
Tony,
Yeah.
is it Velvet?
So I'm going to assume that most of your wrestling you watched on television as a kid was Stampede.
No, it was WWF.
Was
We
it?
also
Okay.
had All Star Wrestling in British Columbia.
Okay.
And it was filmed. It was filmed at a TV studio, BCTV, and I was actually just watching on YouTube. And I think Stu would send people to work there because I remember Jason the Terrible being there, and he worked also in Stampede. We would get NWA. Like I watched Glow Wrestling. That was the one that would come on last, right?
Yeah.
And 2 a.m. my time. I would be like, we'd be laying there like, it's, a bunch of kids sleep over. There's pizza everywhere, chips everywhere. And the last wrestling thing is Glow, right?
Well,
But
I got a
WWF,
question for you. I'm a year older than you. Some of the wrestling, did you ever trade tapes, like VHS tapes with your
no,
friends?
not really, because we didn't like. I know tape trading was really popular.
I did.
Yeah, we would try and like my friend Sean would record stuff, and he would let us borrow his tapes to watch, right? Like my friend Sean was one of the smartest guys. I mean, he's still alive. I shouldn't say was. He still is pretty smart. He was a big Ric Flair NWA guy, and I was like always watching WWF, so I had no idea what he was talking about until I seen these Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazines. Like, we were so like WWF just. We were the target market as kids, and my brother and I, we ate it up, right? So,
Yeah, Antonio had a question for you, Tony. Where do you see yourself in a year from now in wrestling?
So my goal is just to. So it changes because I had some concussions with hockey and recently just taking some back bumps. I've not snapped my neck back, but I've hurt something in the back of my head where. And then even today I was doing some work around the house and I was starting to see stars. So I don't know if it's like post-concussion syndrome.
I'm not going there with the stars.
So I don't know. I have to see my doctor, but he retired. So find a doctor.
I think it would be, in my personal opinion, I think it would be pretty cool just training to learn it, how and what they go through.
Yeah.
Would make me even feel better and not want to do it per se. I mean, maybe if I was younger, but just trying the training.
Yeah, it's the training's great. Like I played hockey, soccer, baseball. I played basketball. I played a whole sports. I was never the best, but I just always gave everything I had, right? And then even with wrestling, and I started a couple of years ago with a different training center. It didn't work out there. This training center is like it's almost like a gym membership. So I pay a monthly fee, and everyone I've trained with, I've seen guys graduate, right?
Hey,
There's one wrestler training right now who's deaf. He's completely deaf, and he's learning how to wrestle. So my trainer, Covey, was trained by Scott Demore from Impact, who owns Impact Wrestling, soon to be TNA. So he trained Covey.
I've watched it. Pretty good.
Yeah. So
That's AJ Lee runs that actually.
AJ Lee runs Impact?
Yeah, she runs that company. That Women in Wrestling. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if Scott Demore's like the head booker or he's with them. That's all I know. I don't know. He's the one that made the announcement that they're going to be TNA again.
I think it's pretty cool. Like I said, there's some guys out there, some big buff guys that can't even make it through the training.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and
buff
this
isn't necessarily tough though.
I'm 6'2". I feel like I don't feel like I'm a tough guy, but I feel like I've taken bumps. I've been knocked down. I've taken some big hits in hockey. I've been concussed in hockey.
Anybody that starts the training or doesn't even finish training, I give you props to even challenge it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. A lot of the guys that are wrestlers too, they, some of the guys I'm training, one kid's 19. One of the guys that he's greenlit that he can have matches. He's 21, right? Kaizen Wrestling, Kaizen Pro Wrestling. You can find them on Facebook. We run monthly shows out of Alderney Landing, which is one of the most beautiful venues in across the harbor from Halifax. And it's a theater, right? And Jason Davis, who, my good friend who also lives here, who runs the Bells and Bells podcast, he goes with me all the time. So I've sponsored with my company their last 2 shows. Their wrestling events, yeah. Because I had
a buddy of ours. We all know him, Lou Bruno. He went over there and wrestled in front of Bret Hart.
Oh wow.
He's
Yeah.
like 7'5", I think he is. Cuban guy.
Yeah, I
real
think his
tall.
head goes above the top rope of
Yeah.
the ring.
The big
My
man.
first bump felt like I got rear-ended, like in a car accident.
I can sympathize with that.
I snapped my
have-
head back and hit my head on the. I didn't
Hey,
know
like
have to
Antonio
ask
said, you
Tony.
followed the childhood dream.
Yeah.
Yep.
The point
I
is,
have-
you tried it.
Hey Tony, so when are you going to do a 450s or a shooting star press? That's
Yeah.
what we really.
That's the question.
That's what we're really waiting to see
No.
what's going to happen.
I honest will if I get through and my coach, my trainer, he has some ideas for me. He wants me to be embrace my British heritage. He's made me watch World of Sport, which is like an English wrestling thing from the 70s and 80s, I believe. And he wants me to watch like Arn Anderson, William Regal. There's a couple others he mentioned, Fit Finley. And he wants me to be more of like a kind of like that style, which I think is going to be hard to pull off. Is there?
Yeah, I want to keep with the questions that we're talking about. How did it feel to actually get in the ring the first time? What were your thoughts when you got into the ring, like first started?
So it was surreal. I actually the very first time I got in the ring,
Andrea,
it was a Canadian summer day. It was probably 32 degrees out, which I don't know what that is in the States. That's pretty hot though. It's like
that's spring for me.
90s, I think, for you guys, high 90s.
Probably.
Yeah. Anyways, I remember just walking up to it. It was in a barn. This barn was over 100 years old. This barn, it was just, and you could smell the cedar planks. And you walk up, and first thing we were told to do is we wipe our feet to show respect, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we wipe our feet. And I didn't even know that as a wrestling fan. I didn't know that. And and the ropes are ropes with just electrician's tape on it. There's no real give to it. So when you hit it and you see it go back, that's really digging into your meat. Like
it's braided
It's
cable.
cable.
Yeah.
It's basically cable wrapped with tape.
Yeah. Oh
Well,
yeah.
there's two different types now. There is rope that just is tape.
Yeah. So these the two wrestling promotions that I like, the one I was at Cobra Clutch, now I'm with Kaizen. They had rings that had just like a thick rope, and then it had electric tape over it. And I was shocked because it wasn't springy. The ring itself, it's got like a bit of padding in it, but you're hitting boards right off of the metal.
Yeah.
And if you bump in the wrong spot, you're winded, right? If you don't breathe out properly, you're winded. Like, I had no problem doing like getting thrown. Like I could do a hip toss. I could take that. It was fine. But it was like taking a back bump where a guy would clothesline you and you have to like shoot your feet up, which is like, you always want to put your hands down to catch yourself and you could break your wrists. Right.
Yep.
You also supposed to keep your tongue tucked back behind your teeth, so you don't bite your tongue off.
And I have an overbite, so I was like constantly biting into my tongue, taking bumps, and I was just like, is this worth it? Like I could just play my guitar at home, smoke a joint, play some video games.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what, man? You try it.
Yeah.
You got to experience it, even if you go through with it totally or not. You still did it.
I've even been ring crew, and I got to be backstage at an event. And,
Ethan.
And I
What's
said,
up, Ethan?
Hey, Ethan. I said to the guy that was putting the show on, I said, look, I don't want to go in the locker room. I'm not a wrestler yet. Like, I'm not greenlit, And he said, dude, it's fine. Like, the guy that's putting on, he's like, you're ring crew. You're a trainee. You're allowed to be back here. And former WWE wrestler the Highlander, Robbie McAllister, was on that show. And he lives here now, and I bumped into him a few times, and I never even I didn't know much about his wrestling stuff. I've seen him play his guitar on Facebook, and I knew he was into wrestling, and we were talking music and stuff more so than wrestling, which is
hey, be surprised.
Yeah, no, it was cool. And I didn't know like that Roddy Piper was his manager at one point. I was like, because I dressed as Roddy Piper, right, for this show he was on, and that Robbie Highlander was on, and
Studley dudes.
Yeah, it was funny. So my wife's maiden name was Studley, so I should have taken her maiden name because then I'd be Mr. Studley.
There you go, Tony Studley.
Yeah.
TS, you got TS on your boots. Do you have video of your Did you have to take video of yourself in the ring, taking
Yeah.
bumps or anything?
Yeah, I've posted some stuff. I don't have much. They're like, it's hard. Like, I don't know, Mark. Did you see? I actually did share. Did I send you those pictures, Mark?
You
where
may have. You may have.
just recently with my daughter. I posted on my Facebook.
Oh yes, I did see them. You didn't send them to me, but I did see them. Yeah.
Right. I sent it to a couple people, my friends in the States that are wrestlers into wrestling. So I thought I may have sent it to you. So
Let me look and see.
But anyways, no. So my daughter, my youngest daughter, who's 5.5, she came and I saw her. I showed her how we do our front rolls and like our back rolls, and so my daughter was doing them, and then she was like loving it. Yeah, there. Thank you.
Oh wow, look at that. She's got you in the lock there.
Yeah, the look on her face. Yeah, and that's the book I wanted. Yeah, and then there she is. So she actually, the picture before, I don't know if I sent you, she grabbed me by my ears and I threw myself back to take the back bump. Yeah, there. So then I sold that. She grabbed me by the ears and said, "Pull me back." And I put her hands
That's
on my ears.
pretty cool, man.
Yeah. So, and then there's videos of her with. So one of the guys that I started with, he's now been greenlit. He's had 3 matches, and after we have, I think I can't remember what coach said. It's like 5 matches with him, and we're safe. Then he's like, then I want you to try getting bookings yourself, right? So we could go down to Maine and wrestle there. There's wrestling there. There's wrestling in New Brunswick, Newfoundland, up in Cape Breton, PEI. I have contacts in Georgia and out west too that said they would book me if once I've been trained. So, I mean, to me, I might even become a manager. We'll see. I just love bringing my kids there, and I'd love it if they could see me do it, but we'll see.
Dude, I get in the ring, I probably bust my hip or something.
Yeah,
I'm down 30 pounds, or 25 pounds, and I've been changed my diet, and I'm just focusing each day and just when I'm hungry, focusing on really what I'm eating.
The only thing I can get close to wrestling is when I cut my promos.
There you go.
I always felt like I was going to get my big break in the ring, but unfortunately, that big break was going to be my femur. So.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things that I'm a bit worried. Like I said, I'm going to be 48 in May. I'm 47 right now. And accidents happen. I see missed spots all the time. Right? Yeah. We all have. You've seen it. We've seen it with the guys that are getting paid big bucks to do this. Right?
Sid Vicious.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the one thing that I've also have to take into consideration is, do I really want to put myself in jeopardy? Like what happened to draws is like the extreme, but what happened if that did happen to me at a local indie show where I'm getting paid $25 or $10 to wrestle?
Right.
And I got 3 kids and a wife. My life is really good right now. So I wish I'd taken this dream up 20 plus years ago when my roommates went to the House of Pain Wrestling School in Vancouver, just outside of Vancouver. It was part of the ECCW, East Coast, or what was it? The Extreme Canadian Championship Wrestling, run by Michelle Starr. And I'm actually connected with him on Facebook, and it's one of my biggest regrets because he actually called our house looking for my 2 roommates. But those guys got their asses kicked. They were so sore from the squats and everything. Yeah. And I was like, I played beer league hockey. I could get beat up for free. Like, I'm not going to go pay someone to kick my ass like these guys. They missed a week of work.
Oh, wow.
From their first weekend of training, right? So I was like, no, fuck that.
Well, we're 3 minutes into our second hour, so let me go ahead and get the graphic there real quick.
That was a fast first hour.
It was.
I quite enjoyed this.
Well, me, Mark, and Ben have been talking. Andy, Kevin, you guys have anything to ask Tony?
I've tried, but Mark's talked the whole time, so it's all right.
I'm just enjoying what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Kevin, I just got one question. Is that fleece?
If you bring out another C4 joke with your little things, I'm gonna crack one over your head.
No, I'm asking if you're wearing fleece. I didn't say nothing about C4.
Do I look like a fleece guy?
No, he's wearing an Under Armour hoodie. Is that an Under Armour?
Just an Under Armour hoodie.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was because you're a University of Kentucky guy, aren't you?
Oh.
He's like, that's it. I'm out of here.
I don't know.
What is that, Tony? You can evidently you've been hitting the head too many times. Does that say Duke right there?
Okay, Duke Blue Devils, right? Okay, I knew it was a team in blue. I don't follow University sports in the States at all. Like,
need to.
No, I dig the hoodie, man. I dig the hoodie.
No, I wanted to know.
It's not the Charlotte Panthers, that's for sure, right, Kev?
Something that hits home with me personally. You were talking about your concussion stuff.
yeah,
I had 5 playing ball in college, and was recently diagnosed with CTE in 2019. So if you're having issues with a little lingering some stuff, and I don't know how many concussions you have to stay on top of it. And I would tell you to stay out of the ring until they're 100% gone, because every time you do one of those frog, one of those layouts and whatever, you're jarring your head. If you do not let your head from a concussion at least 6 months heal,
yeah,
I mean, a good 6 months, you do
yeah.
not want to have, because I have a terminal diagnosis, and you do not want to get into the game where I'm at.
No, I
I'm
had
beating up
2
your head,
diagnoses
so.
from hockey for sure, but I think I could have had more, because we used to say you get your bell rung and you just play through it.
Yep. So what I would recommend you doing is go ahead and get with a doctor and start getting scans at least every year. And if you
Yeah.
see something more every 6 months, because that's the only way they can diagnose it now. They can't diagnose it from just a couple of pictures. They have to watch it for at least a year, your brain and those scar tissues of where you've had concussions.
Yeah.
So you were just talking about you having some lingering post-concussion issues.
Well,
if you're having some lingering ones,
I'm just assuming. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. I
you don't have to be to say, I'm still feeling dizzy. I'm sick, because
Yeah.
you shouldn't be.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're having those issues, then you're having some lingering
Yeah,
stuff.
it's always
that you
good
need
to get
take
checked
care of.
out every so often, like you said. Every 6
and,
months.
It's funny because I'm in Canada where we get free medical. We have a doctor shortage. Like it's not all like, don't let the media fool you that it's all rose-colored glasses. How great it is here with our free medical. We have a doctor shortage. It's the first time in my
So do
life.
you guys have to come
You
over
also
here
have
to
to
go to the
wait forever
doctors?
up there too.
Yeah, I don't have a doctor. I can't see. And if procedures are, anyways, I don't even want that. That will be.
Yeah, long wait up there. But I'm just telling you to get whatever you got to get in.
Yeah.
If anybody's out there has had at least 2,
Yeah.
and maybe a little bit, go ahead now and start getting scans, yearly scans. And if the doctor picks up on the first one, then he'll start doing, like, I get scans every month. Once a month, I go in and get two or 3 scans from MRI to CTs, and they watch the protein growth on the scar tissue, which you get from a concussion.
Wow.
So I'm telling you, it's not something to play with. Not at all.
Okay, I didn't even know that at all.
Yeah, it's not nothing to play with when you've had them, and you've said you played, sports and whatever, and I played, I suffered, 2 or 3 major ones in college, and then 2 or 3 smaller ones, and then some semi-pro ball. I had 2, and then 1 playing basketball, and they all add up. And I had started having problems back in when after I married my wife, and these things happened when late 90s, early 2000s, and I started having problems in 2010 after I married my wife. And after about 5 years, it just started getting worse, and we went to the doctor. So if you've had more than 2 concussions or 2 real good ones, I'd go ahead and start getting scans and get them watched.
Yeah. One of the things I struggle with lately too is I'll meet someone and I'll forget their name right away. Where I used to be sharp as a tack, and then I have to say their name. Like I have to physically say their name 7 times, which is a trick to remember someone's name. But then
I have to in my wallet. I have
get it
to.
again. I'll be like,
in my phone and in my wallet. I mean, I have to. It takes my wife
Yep.
4 hours to get me up out of bed, to get me going with certain medications that there's a lot that you don't want to get into, that you need to get on it. And you make sound of this that it's that's probably nothing. It's probably, I'm telling you, it starts out with stuff is, I'm just forgetting it. I'll go into like it first started out, I would go in the kitchen and I tell my wife and I was trying to tell her to, heat up a cup of cocoa in the microwave. And I said, put it in the, and it took me almost 45 seconds before I could say the word or remember what it was. And that's how it, will start out. And then you'll have fuzzies of, you can't remember anybody's name, or you can't remember why you came into this room, or, you can't.
I experienced all of those.
Then you definitely are far enough advanced where you definitely should be having some scans.
Absolutely. Get checked out.
Because you cannot prevent CTE from happening, but you can expand things out to where you're taking enough time off. Because let me tell you, if you're having these problems now, I'm telling you, bald face to I'm telling you straight to you, you better not be in that damn ring is what I'm telling you. You better stay out of that ring till you get puffed, because you got a little girl and I got a 16-year-old, and I'm not going to see my 16-year-old graduate from high school. So you have to pay attention when it comes to having 3 or 4 concussions.
Absolutely. I'm going to take care of business real quick. I just want to remind everybody the show is sponsored by Mark Leather Championship Barrel Leathering and by Unique Championship Belts. And also, not exactly a sponsor, but I'm gonna give a cheap plug to my daughter, Ashley Southern Designs.
Shout out to Ashley.
She makes cups, she makes t-shirts, she does a lot of stuff, and she's designed some t-shirts for the guys here. So
she does great work, guys.
Check her out on Facebook, Ashley Southern Designs. She does mail order, so if you want a t-shirt, tell her what you want, she can fix you up.
I love that.
It'll be pretty cool if you guys could take a picture. If you got a shirt from her, like the wrestling shirts, take a picture and post it to the group.
Yeah. That'd be great.
And I'm gonna go show this one time. This is for sale, $350 shipped.
Is that on your leather, Mark?
Yeah, it's on my leather. Yeah, the plates are by Unique Championship Belts, and the plates are they're very nice plates, by the way.
Beautiful belt. How long is that strap?
I think it's 52. I can't remember. Sometimes I do 52, sometimes I do 54.
Okay, so that might fit me.
It's got the stacked flag on the main plate right there. You can see it right there.
Nice looking belt.
Thank you. I'm only selling this because I need room. I got some other belts I want to display, and I don't want to have to rotate belts in and out. And I've already got the silver version of this one. Yeah, I want to see what the painted version look like. And I love it. It's a beautiful belt, but I don't have the room.
I like it though. I like it. It's nice.
But if you're interested, it's $350 shipped. Also, the Fandu Dome Globe with the little bit of issues with the plates. I'm drawing a blank on what they call it. Tarnish. It's also $350 shipped. So just want to make room. And welcome to hour number 2. We're talking with Tony Thorpe, fellow belt collector.
Kevin, did you get any new belts lately?
Is that to me? I couldn't hear him.
Have you got any new belts lately?
Nope, not me.
Those tags, those pictures you've been taking, I see them in the group. They look good, man.
You got to help me with my mind. Which one?
You did the red tags, the NWA US
the
tags.
NWA tags. I did them
outside.
The
pictures you did with those and the other belts. The TV, the TV championship as well.
Yeah, I know, Ethan. There's no place to put it, so wedge it in there. Sorry.
Yeah, I like the way that you put them all in there, and it just looks like a magazine kind of thing.
Yeah. No, I mean it's a serious conversation for me. I mean, this guy sitting here telling me, stuff that I remember, years and years ago, and I'm like, this guy's still jumping in a ring and blah 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 blah. It's nothing to mess with. And if guys having, still concussion syndrome, he shouldn't be slamming his head on a mat.
Man.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
If you heard me giggle when he said that he was still seeing stars, I wasn't laughing at him. It just made me think of Gianni's bedroom.
All I know when Mark mentioned trampoline, I thought he was talking about the floor in his bedroom.
Yeah, I mean it's an issue that hits home with me, so I just
definitely, it definitely does, Kev.
Yeah, and it is like, I think about my mortality all the time. I mean, I lost my mom a year and a half ago, and then my dad back in 2006. So, I want to be here for my kids because my parents, my dad didn't get to see me get married and see me have kids. My mom did, thank God. My mom was amazing, but no, he's right. So we all have to take care of ourselves and stuff. So,
Ben's a grandpa.
Yeah, Ben's a grandpa. I might be.
I can't see Ben getting in the ring anytime soon.
That's the new.
Do you want to share one other thing with you guys, if I could?
Sure, absolutely.
So this is Kaizen Pro Wrestling. This is where the company I am training with.
Okay.
It's a bridge because there's 2 big bridges between Halifax and Dartmouth. Dartmouth's where we wrestle out of, not Dartmouth College, which is in the States.
Cool.
Yeah. And I'll tell you a little historical fact, not the Titanic stuff, Mark, but there was an explosion, the largest explosion in North America. It was larger than the atomic bomb, or it was the largest explosion in the world until the atomic bomb was dropped, and it was in the Halifax Harbor, and it was 100 years ago, over 100 years ago, something to do with World War I, and there was 2 ships, they hit each other, and there was explosives, and it just
Were
over
they carrying
2000
munitions? Were they carrying munitions?
munitions,
Okay.
yeah. It was pretty
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Amazing. The biggest one I ever saw that wasn't atomic was that one out there in Nevada, just south of Las Vegas, where these guys were working on some kind of a radio or TV antenna, and they were filming out over the valley. And this plant that manufactured jet fuel and rocket fuel for NASA was on fire, and this sucker it just blew, and you can see the sonic ring, the shock wave go across the valley to come up that mountain, and then they heard it. It was just amazing.
That's crazy.
That's on video. Wild stuff. I don't have any other belt stuff. Still waiting on the replacement side plates from Classic Shields to come in. They did leave. They were in nickel plating. They're supposed to go for the gold plating sometime this week, I was told. So we'll get that soon.
Yeah, my makers got told tomorrow to give me an update on shipping.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
So how did that?
What's going on?
They put you to the front of the line, did they, on those plates there, Mark?
I don't know. I don't know. I gave them a deadline. They asked to meet me part way, and I did. So
Well, he should be put to the fun because they send him a crap product. They shouldn't have sent.
Oh, absolutely.
But you know,
So
they've
my
got
situation,
their
I'm just
special
waiting
ones that they
for an
put ahead.
update, Kevin. I haven't
What's
got
that?
a shipping update yet. So far, it was 2 weeks in a row that they were supposed to be shipped.
So
Ethan,
Gary says I'm an inspiration. He's having a laugh at my expense. So fuck off, Gary.
Oh, okay.
2 weeks.
I love Gary. Gary knows
Richard,
that.
you said 2 weeks that they've been telling you they're going to ship it, and they haven't shipped it.
Yep.
Let's put them on blast.
Pretty soon.
Yeah, go give me a little bit of time. I gave them till January 18th, and then I'll reach out to them and see where they're at. So
I will never order from Classic Shields. I'll
No
never
way.
order.
Never.
No. I'm never ordering from any one of these people that charge a lot, an arm and a leg. And I'm not saying they don't do good work. I'm just not.
they
gonna
do great
spend my
work.
money
They
there.
do great
Yeah.
work.
But
And
I mean,
and they did great work on these plates. So the issue was when they wrapped the plates.
Yeah.
They didn't let the paint dry enough, and it stuck to the plastic. So
Unless I find a really, really good maker, I'm going to continue to buy belts from my friends.
Yeah.
And then WWE shop.
Yeah.
Who's it from?
There's some really good ones out there. There's a lot of good ones out there, and there's a lot of sketchy ones out there too. And it's a shame, right?
Shop
Well,
is really
there's a lot of people.
since Ben took over for the shop. It's been nothing but so much better, so much better.
Definitely.
Shop has really stepped it up in their product.
Yep, they cleaned up their act.
They really have.
Yep.
Andy's right. I've seen a difference. In the last year, I've received 4 shop belts? Yeah, 4 or 5, and they're great quality. I have the U.S. title. I have the Shop Rhine, non-stinky edition, and the Undisputed. Well, I got the U.S. title twice this year, and they've put out some great product.
Are you talking about this belt, Ben?
Everybody's grabbing their belts. Let's all grab a belt, guys. Come on.
Ryan?
Grab a belt.
This is the one with the smaller ION or whatever it is here.
Oh, the shop
Well, I
right
don't
now.
even I don't know. I think this is.
one.
It's nice. It's really nice, but I think this is one of the most overrated belts that's come out last year. It's not as nice as my Fandu Lux.
I have the newer version with the corrections on it.
Yeah. That's nice.
Nice.
I liked it. I mean, I can't really tell. I see it's a little
Nice
bit
belt,
small.
Grandpa.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is it velvet?
Way back in my day, when I used to have to walk up the hill in a snowstorm with the wind blowing into my face.
When I was a kid, we took turns holding up the Christmas tree.
I want to
Ethan's
address
got
Ethan real quick. He came in late on this deal. Ethan, I mentioned it earlier. I really appreciated your comments on the podcast last night. I watched it today. heard about it, and I had to go watch it, and really appreciate the support and really appreciate the kind words. So
Yeah.
just want to let
Thank
you
you,
know.
man.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm very humbled.
You know, those were some real words you said yesterday, man. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I gotta go
you know,
watch.
absolutely. Um, I have to say this. For a while, I didn't like Ethan, and I don't know why, but I've
'Cause he mows
I've grown to
grass all
like
the
this
time. That's
guy.
why I
This
miss
guy
you
is
all the
real. This guy is you know, his mind is right. He says the right things always, and he really, you know, he really cares about the hobby. And I don't know what my hang up was about Ethan, but it's totally changed.
I've had the
Ben,
same
this is
Especially a
issue.
kind of
lot
corny,
recently.
but you could actually feel it when he was talking.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
And that's just the
Yeah.
last few times.
I'll agree with this. I'll agree with this.
We all are, Ethan. We all are, and I, you know, I get it. And like I said, I think my hang up with you was other people that, you know, put in the idea that you was not the person that I've grown to, you know, respect. But yeah, thank you, man, for what you do, man. I listen to you talk, and you talk in the same type of way that I feel about a lot of the hobby, and we, you know, I appreciate
I mean,
that.
we talked about this earlier, guys. Even me and Mark and Andy, we got into this podcast thing. We just wanted to do it for fun, but to see how everybody's response, like Ethan did on the show and the guys, I've just felt really humbled. You know, just we are, just a couple guys doing this for fun.
Yeah.
And it's good to see this, the part of the community, part of the hobby.
I'll address you later, Gary.
You know what I mean? And it humbles me. I'm humbled about it.
Yep. Yeah, I
But
agree. I agree.
Ethan, don't feel bad. Ben didn't like me till yesterday, so.
Gary got
Hey,
off.
Kevin.
I may like you by the
Hey,
weekend.
Kevin.
All the time.
Yeah.
Kevin. Hey, one last thing. Dave's not here.
Dave's not here.
Yeah.
Play
Yeah,
it.
Dave is
Oh,
not.
Dave's not here.
Kevin,
Hey,
Andrea is saying hi.
Hi.
It's
Andrea
Velvet.
always leaves the window open for me. She never locks it, so I appreciate that, Andrea.
Hardcore titles shining behind me. It's driving me nuts.
And that's the great thing. We have these other podcasts, and I'm not gonna go through all of them, but no, another great guy right there, AD Terry, man.
He is, yes. He's
AD, what's
How
up,
you doing,
man?
buddy?
Guys like
He's a
guys
great-
like you guys, man. Guys like these guys that's in here, you know, except for no, seriously. Everybody here, man. Thank you guys, man. I always say leave it better than you found it. And you guys that I'm addressing right now, you all do it, man. Tyler Dove, Gary Sutton, you know, I can go all night
Tony
talking
Thorpe,
about you guys, man.
Kevin Davenport.
You know, Kevin Davenport.
Joey
you know,
Gray, man up.
That's me.
man. We can
I'm
go all
gonna
night.
be wanted soon.
Let's not let the toxic element take away from us.
Exactly.
Exactly.
How did Sylvester Stallone say it in Rocky? You're better than that.
Oh, I thought it was Joe Adrian. We did it.
Right?
No,
yeah, and
but,
we're going. You know, we don't shy away from controversial topics because you know sometimes it's entertaining, and there are some things that have come up the last week or two that actually a couple of things that longer than that, and we're going to address that after the holidays. We want the holidays to be festive. That's why we had Tony on tonight. Tony's a great guy. He's one of the best guys in the hobby. One of the best guys I know in the hobby. He checks in with me every so often. Not a single curse word is uttered. Although you are welcome to do that if you want to.
Swore a few times tonight, so I already ruined that.
Yeah.
At least give Kevin a warning so he can hit the beat button.
Yeah. So we will be not attacking. We're going to be I guess delving into a topic here in a couple weeks. We're going to have the Christmas show next week.
Yeah, let's talk about that Christmas show, Mark. What is it going to pertain to?
Huh? I don't know what we're going to do yet.
What are we going to do on? Do you know?
Let me say something right now.
Okay.
I am not doing no damn karaoke on no Christmas show.
No, we're not doing karaoke.
I'm not doing it.
We're trying to get
mute
fans.
myself
I'm not trying to scare them
act
away.
like I'm singing.
No, I'm trying not to scare the fans away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we won't be having a
we can
Johnny
talk-
dance off then.
Well, we'll talk belts. We'll talk wrestling. We'll talk about our
Oh,
favorite
Andy.
Christmas movies when we were growing up. Our favorite Christmas traditions. I think we did it last year.
And if I get my Grinch outfit, I'll put it on during the show.
Okay. Well, CJ.
There you go.
Hey, better
What's up,
late than
CJ?
never, man. We appreciate you. CJ, another
I can't do the
guy
Luna
that
voice.
has a nice group.
Antonio, I can't do the Luna voice. I'm nasally. But I'll try.
Well, there's something being said that somebody messaged me the other day. Well, I'll talk about that in a second.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, we're gonna talk about our favorite movies growing up, some of our favorite Christmas traditions, maybe some of our Christmas childhood favorite childhood Christmas presents.
Childhood memories of Christmas.
Yeah.
You know.
Have a
Things
good
were
time,
simpler.
man. That's
Things
what
were
we're here for.
simpler and
I'm actually trying to track down on our movies that we took on Christmas. My ex-brother-in-law has all that, so I'm gonna see if he can put it on a CD for us, so I can, see my mom and dad and how they were back then and how we were as kids, so I can show my son.
I don't know who this is, but I'll take it.
Send you some money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny how I went to
That's
buy
CJ Smith.
Oh, okay.
the DVDs of some of those classic Christmas movies to share with my kids, but they're also attached to their friggin' phones and iPads and everyone in my house. I walked in the other room the other day and everyone was face down in something, and I just thought man, what kind of memories are these going to be? I remember playing with my brothers, even my dad, my dad's record collection, listening to his music. That's what got
Yeah, but
me.
you know what? Down here, Tony.
Yeah.
During hurricane season, I love it. I hate it and I love it at the same time.
Are you in Florida?
Yeah.
I might be coming to Florida in February.
Awesome.
I want to go to Clearwater. I want to go to Hogan's Beach. I want to do karaoke at his bar.
Oh, you'll be up there. You'll be way up north. I'm down in Palm Beach.
Okay. So that's north, is it? Okay.
Yeah, when we lose power, they have no tablets, they have no internet. So they have to be around family.
So we get hurricanes here in Nova Scotia quite a bit, right? And we just had a tropical storm the other day, and it blew our power out. And it went out on Sunday night. We didn't get back till Sunday afternoon around 3. We didn't get it back till 9:30 Monday morning. And
wow.
I was thinking of getting a generator because typically hurricane season is September. We don't get these in December. And it was absolute hell.
Oh, I'd get one.
Just
definitely get one.
But Tony, I know about that. I live on the coast of North Carolina, so
This is comment right here. That's awesome, Chris. That's awesome. Yeah, if you're a faith, go to church service. A lot of them have Christmas services.
My brother's a priest. He's doing a Christmas Eve service. We'll be going there and then back to his house with food.
Okay,
I agree, Gary.
Next week we're all going to be wearing the rabbit suit.
Yeah, I actually like the new Christmas Story, the reboot.
Oh, A Christmas Story Christmas.
Yes, I watched it.
Be honest, Mark. Did you have a tear in your eye?
Yeah, they were a little moist.
Yeah, it hit deep
when he got that phone call.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch that one 8-Bit Christmas?
Yes.
I hear you.
It's about a kid who wanted the Nintendo Power Glove that came out.
He wanted the NES system.
Oh, the whole
Nintendo
system.
NES.
It had the Power Glove. You're right. And that movie was, but that was a bit of a tearjerker at the end of that one too, wasn't it?
Yep.
And it's man, I lost my dad. I don't, and my mom recently, and my father-in-law just 2 years ago. I don't need any of these tearjerkers this time of year.
Yeah, but did you see what they did with the kid in that movie? He actually made him work for it.
Yeah, and it was great.
And he didn't realize what his dad was doing until the end.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. The message was great. It was it's like Field of Dreams. When I watched Field of Dreams when I was a kid, that movie, I was just man, it's a baseball movie, whatever.
Favorite movie.
It was after my dad died.
Favorite movie of all time.
Hey, we all do it. We all do it, man.
Yeah.
This will be my first Christmas without my dad. So.
Yeah, it's
Did you watch the Major League game that they played at the field?
I didn't watch the game. I watched the big intro where Kevin Costner came out of the
corner. Hey, Mark, as corny as it sounds.
That was so great.
Sorry. Fuck.
Dad might not be with you, but you got a bunch of brothers right here with you.
Oh no, I appreciate that. It's just we're going through a lot of firsts this year, and this is going to be probably the last first of the year. So
Yeah, lost mom in September and dad in 2019. So it's
Same here,
it's
Kevin.
it's
We're here for
just
you.
it's
Two of
so
my-
it's so empty when they're gone. It's just like you can't believe it when your parents are just when they're both gone. You just sit there and you go, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I ask that? Why didn't I do this? It's just if you got your mom and dad or even just one of them, man, just
Enjoy
Enjoy
it.
call them once a day. Even if
Yep.
when that phone rings, don't hit end. No matter, I don't
Dude,
care.
I
if
used
you're-
to call my mom every day.
Yeah, me too.
Sometimes three or four times a day.
Yeah.
I go see my mother every day during the week. I don't see her on the weekends, but I go see her every afternoon on my break.
My dad and I was living in Vancouver. He was living back here in Nova Scotia, and there was a 4-hour time difference. So we would talk. We used to, when he first moved, we would talk, every so often. And then as we aged, we spoke more and more. Then he got cancer, and it was like we would talk almost every day because we knew time was running out. So, but I think carry those good memories I got. Losing my dad at a young age helped me because my wife and I, we lost like. 2014 we've lost the rest of our parents, so my wife and I neither so it's gonna be me and my brother who moved back to the province last year.
That's a classic, cuz.
So it'll be good. The my brother, the other brother's gonna be in New Zealand with his wife and kids, but my other one's gonna be here. So
it's just you never think them going away when you're younger. It's like that they're tough and they'll live forever, and you don't think about it until it actually happens, and then you're wondering what to do.
One thing I make sure on Christmas is I always take Christmas off, no matter where I work. I tell them I will not work Christmas Day.
Yeah, I don't know anyone that now. If anyone's working on Christmas Day, and unless you're a first responder, I would be like shocked.
Yeah, but Ethan, right, this comment here, he's still one of the best family guys, man. He puts his family first above anything.
Yeah, I had a couple of guys I went to high school with that lost their dads this year as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's just been a hard year for a lot of people.
I think,
man. I try to keep the tradition with my son every year, doing the same thing.
Even at I'm 48 years of age, and even at when you had a bad problem or you had an issue, or you picked up the phone and you called mom, or you picked up the phone and called dad, whichever one you were closer to. And then when they go, you're like, man, if I have a bad issue, what am I gonna? Who am I gonna? I have my wife.
Kevin,
my wife
literally 3 hours ago. Yeah.
Well, God bless him. I got my brother now, and I got you guys. I got Kevin, I got Andy, I got Ben, I got Mark. Because of the hobby, I consider these guys my brothers.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds corny to use that word. Everybody throws it around, but I consider them my brothers.
I feel the same way, Richard.
Richard, Ben, Andy, and myself, along with Gianni, a couple of people, we talk every night. Sometimes more than once a day.
Yep.
We talk 2 or 3 times a day.
Let me say something here. These guys pick on Gianni, but it's all for fun, and Gianni does it for fun, and Johnny picks back too. These guys love Gianni, and everybody in this room loves.
Yeah,
Gianni.
He's like a little brother, man.
Well, love's kind of a strong word, but
no. If somebody started crap on him, Mark, you'd be the first in line to take it away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We pick on him, nobody else.
We pick on him with love, though. We don't pick on him to pick on him.
We don't take nasty jabs.
It's like a bigger brother giving and little brother a noogie.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd whip my brother every afternoon or whatever. When he got picked on the bus, I got on that bus and I started whooping tail. Well, I'm the one that whips his tail, not y'all.
Somebody threw out the idea of me. This is Ethan's comment here of having a award show and call it the Spannies.
That's me.
Yeah, okay. I couldn't remember who said that.
Gotta do the Spannies.
I won an award from BAM, but never got the digital award. So
Oh, okay.
Probably because you had to pay for it.
wasn't too happy. I was told that they was going to email it to me, and I've still never.
No, you're going to email them the cash.
Yeah. Probably. Well, I already did that and lost out on that one. Remember the fantasy football?
Yeah.
Fiasco.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You're welcome, Ricky.
Gold paint.
Yes, it was.
This is what I like to see, man. I love this. I'm sorry, it's corny for me to say it, but I love this right here.
And
we're just chatting.
And I want to say something else. I mentioned earlier we do tackle controversial subjects because it is part of the hobby. It just is. But unlike some people in the hobby, and I'm not going to name names, but everybody handles things in their own way. We try to do it in a lighthearted, comic way. We take liberties.
Mm-hmm.
We do take some liberties, but we try to have fun with it. Now the people we were targeting or talking about probably don't see it that way, but you know, and we are by no means the Mr. Cleans of the hobby. I mean, we don't scam anybody, we don't hurt anybody, but you know, we chit chat behind the scenes. We know what's going on.
Nobody is perfect.
No,
Wait, hold
absolutely
on,
Nobody's perfect.
everybody.
That's right, Rich.
Before we proceed, everybody say hi.
Hello.
Yep.
And
Hi.
thanks for the view. Thanks for the view.
Hi. Thanks for the view.
Tune in 2
Yeah,
weeks.
nobody's perfect because, you know, until this day they still put erasers on pencils, you know. Everybody has their flaws.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And it's like I like to build people up rather than tear them down. That's sort of like one of my core values.
Who were we waving to? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I
Just
didn't. I
don't
can't
worry
see
about it.
that.
Just go
Andy,
along
go
with it.
ahead, Andy.
Yeah,
Okay,
just-
go on.
yeah,
No, I was just gonna say,
it-
but
it's way-
my good friend
he's
Ben,
watching.
Ben has the
He's
best
watching.
saying of all: "Leave it better than you found it." The best.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you have an
Absolutely.
issue in the hobby, guys, hit the person up in their PM box. Don't spread it all over and start stuff and try to get
Yeah.
other people against somebody else. And
Right.
just hit them up in the PM.
Right.
You know, I'm also doing a series.
Chris, don't worry, brother. You got a friend in us.
Tony, I think he was going to have a new belt day, and we were going to go live with it. If anybody else has I'm retired and home all day. If you have a new belt day and you want to show it everybody off, I can give you a link, and we can come on live for 15 minutes and show it off. But I'm also going to be doing a series.
Yeah, that's right. You mentioned that.
Yeah. That's you banging your head against them ropes again.
No, I got too much. It's just, I got so much shit going on. The new belt was the shop belt that I debuted here. That I was.
Way to go, bro. Way to go. Way
Hey,
to go.
Chris. Just want to let you know I'm
Go
the
take the first
father of
baseline.
a child with autism. So I understand.
But we're going to be doing a little series here on Wide Wear Belts, and whoever I'm interviewing in that thing, a middleman and their makers, trusted middlemen and their makers. So be interviewing some middlemen and how to get up with them, how to interact with them, what they want you to do, how they want you to do it. They'll give you all the lowdown how to get up with them, and some great middlemen that are trusted, and that's coming starting next week.
I think Ethan's going to take you up on the live video unboxing.
You better, bud, because you're one of my best buddies in this hobby. You don't.
And maybe we'll get you on the show sometime. Give your 2 cents.
Ethan's
And
great.
him and
Ethan's
Antonio. And
Let's get the whole
Tony's-
gang.
I had this message in my inbox. Somebody said something's going around that buying or selling boots is counterfeit and it's illegal. As somebody with a law degree, no, it is not illegal in the United States to buy or even sell something that is counterfeit, or even buy it as counterfeit. It is illegal to manufacture or sell in a distribution quantity. That's illegal. Or to buy items that are counterfeit out of the United States and bring them in if you get caught in customs. But it is not illegal to buy a counterfeit item, even if you know it's counterfeit. No. So I don't know if somebody just sent me
That would
that
be
message.
pretty
I don't know
cool.
if they're hearing it on.
But I
TV
do
or
agree
whatever,
with you, Kevin.
but they just asked me to answer that question, so I thought I'd answer it for everybody.
If that was the case, would any belt get to the United States?
None.
No, they'd stop it at
No.
customs.
Not at all. Be
None.
cut off from customs.
I don't
But
know
it's-
about
it-
Canada.
yeah.
No, it'll get.
And Tony,
Let
Tony
me
can
tell you
fill
about
us in with that. But
now.
if that was the case, that people are spreading again misinformation in their own agenda, that we wouldn't be getting these.
Customs actually opens some of the boxes, see what's in there, and
Yeah,
ship them and send them on
because
their way.
they're looking for more drugs, weapon, and
Absolutely.
customs. The way customs work is if somebody high up, like let's say if Mr. McMahon wanted to put some money in and get contacting the senator and saying, hey, this is coming in from Pakistan a lot, can you guys hit it? They would hit it, but it would cost a lot for him to do that. You know, they have so many things that come through here that there's just not enough customs officers to do it. So they have certain areas and certain regions that they look for more.
Is
when
that
they're
the
cutting open a
Philadelphia
box.
bell?
I was going to say, did you see Johnny has a very special bell coming?
Yeah.
Ding dong.
Gianni, you type
give us a ring.
fast. That's what it is, but I do the
Give us a
same
ring.
thing.
But that's not exactly
You know
how
we're gonna get you with
customs
that
work.
one.
But yes, they would have to stop all the stuff that comes in through here. They would need over 1 million agents just because people don't understand how
I
much
agree with
stuff
CJ.
comes
They
through
don't
there
X-ray.
daily.
Absolutely.
But they
Well-
do have things that they're cutting open, and they're not going to cut open a belt and have to wait for to check the authenticity of that belt.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now they will go after customs and the FBI and certain entities will go after sites that are mass selling them, like they have done on Facebook, Etsy, Amazon, and this, that, and the other, because there's pressure on that. But the dribbling in, no, they're not really worried about. The same thing with Chinatown. They're not worried about the counterfeit. They want to bust one guy and then move up to the next, to get the large shipment of counterfeit stuff coming in. That's why Chinatown's been so, because it's not illegal to buy a counterfeit, even if you know it's counterfeit.
And I love my
flea
Akeley
markets. Gary
and I
just
love-
nailed it.
And I love my Akeley sunglasses. So
True.
Somebody
I
just hit
agree
me
with
up
you, Gary.
with that and said, "Hey, can you clarify this?" So I thought I'd clarify it. I got a message, so I wanted
I
to
love my
clarify.
Yoakleys
yeah, Akeley's. Those missing.
and my Yankees.
But Ethan has an amazing belt coming, and this that from Nawaz, he's got a winged eagle with a plate, and he's got. Hopefully, he'll show that off with me. But I'm gonna send this picture to you, Mark, real quick, because I want you to
Definitely.
post it. Because this guy, I want you guys to say, Nawaz nailed this color blue. I've seen a lot of guys get that, that warrior blue, that's like this color. This guy nailed it. I'll send you that picture real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one I
I'll
have
post it in
coming.
the chat.
Yeah, I've got the Warrior belt coming. Big Eagle.
Oh, do you?
Wing Eagle, my bad.
Ah,
From who?
phone.
Was it Shazam?
Yeah, Shazam.
He's the one that's working on my big green as well. Well,
All right,
they're
it's
both
Spanning
completed.
Globe chat.
Okay.
And
There
Gianni,
it is.
yes,
There it
I'll
is.
do it with you too. If you got a belt day, anybody that's got a new belt day that wants to show it off. Like I said, I'm retired. I'm at home.
He'll come on and talk
There's
about
even
belts
we're
he's
even gonna do
waiting
some
on.
of those on Love Those Wrestling belts too, right, Kev?
Yes, I do it. Yep, I
The logo embedded into the leather.
just
That
like
is
Andy we
sweet.
did with the interviews. That's on there.
Look at that color.
Upload the
Wow.
pictures. I'm uploading
Yeah,
pictures.
he nailed that.
Didn't he?
He sure did.
Show it to Ben. I want to see what Ben's seen a lot of maker stuff, and I want him to see that.
No, I already seen. I just looked at it.
Oh, that's right. You're in the
It
dang
looked
chat.
really
I
good.
forgot. He nailed
Incredible.
that
Look
color.
at that.
Yeah, he nailed it.
That's gorgeous.
It's got
Mine is
a
a deeper blue because I liked it.
right.
But I
There's the
like
warrior
that.
plate.
That is
I like
nice.
the warrior plate too.
It's got the
That's
Warrior
so nice.
logo plate too.
Yeah, Nawaz did my FTW belt.
I mean, this is Nawaz. I mean,
Plates, I should say.
his dude for what he charges and well, I don't know why, the
I've said
four
that
belts
about
I
him
own,
years ago. He's
Right?
been on top.
I mean, I don't have personally one of his now, but I did. That TV title, that red one that I sold was his. I mean, his stuff, the four
Yeah, he
belts
did
that I've
this
had,
one.
I'm very, very impressive. Very, very impressed.
I've never got anything from Nawaz. I always found he was a bit more pricey, at least when I talked to him.
Well, Kev, I got that WCW from him.
He is
That's
getting
amazing.
he is, I think he's 500, and then his HDs are like 900, something like that. His SDs are like 400.
He's fair, very
HDs.
fair priced.
Yeah. I mean, his plates are getting right there at CS. It's all depending, make sure he's got the right artwork and this, that, and the other. But and you get a belt, in 4 or 5 months. I mean, he's
Nice.
we gotta
platinum.
we crap on a lot of belt makers, but you gotta humbly hand it to someone, even if you like something else. Like I say with the C4 belt, it's not for everybody, but you gotta hand it to the guy that took the belt to a new high. You gotta give him credit.
No, I agree.
Only thing with Nawaz is he's very hard to reach.
I've heard that.
Very hard to reach.
There it is.
Yeah,
That's good information.
know.
If anybody's got any questions out there, there's a wealth of knowledge right here on that screen. If you've got any issues or problems while we're talking good old belt stuff.
Let me interject this just for a second. I plan on talking about this in a couple weeks, but can anyone tell me what the heck this means? Think about that. We'll talk about that. I'll talk about it in a couple weeks, but
It's Christmas colors, red and green.
yeah,
I've never seen that, but
it's not the dictionary, but
It didn't say Undertaker. It said Side Taker.
okay. This was the Undertaker's mistress or something, or what?
Must be.
Must be.
I don't know.
Undertaker's moonlighting now. I don't know. We'll talk
Oh.
about this in a couple weeks. There's a reason I brought that up.
That's where he gets it.
There's
That's where he gets it on the side.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
I have an All Japan Triple Crown coming because
Nice.
the one I have currently, I posted pictures in CBB, just the raw pictures. Because the one I have now, the original owner asked to see if I wanted to sell it back to him. So I'm gonna send it home. I already made the agreement to sell it to him.
Hey, that's what the
And I've
hobby's
already
about, man.
ordered the replacement. So
Hello, Drew. I
I'll
don't
be
think we said
posting
hello
gonna
some
earlier.
spend a night.
update pictures in
I
the
want to
next
spend a
couple
night
weeks.
in Ben's room there. Can I come over and spend the night in that room?
Oh, Gianni.
I want to try. I want to try on every one of those masks. Run through the hall with a belt with it on.
I want to get one of those Marks masks. Superstar, the gold one with the black stars.
You gonna do the machine, doing the machine mask?
No, I'm just gonna do this regular mask when he's in Georgia.
No, I'm talking about Dav there.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try them on. Run through
He
through
could
the
be the
hallway.
Dave machine.
We go
Hey,
find
you
a
know who I'm gonna
trampoline,
be,
rest
right?
on.
Did you say Dave Machine?
Yeah,
Who's-
see,
who's-
Dave's not here.
As we put that on,
He's in court right now, Davis.
I'm great. I'm Grandpa Machine. He's Dave Machine.
Yeah, Ollie
And then
Anus
that's
is another
Ethan
one that's
Machine.
great too. Or-
Mr. Anus. Got Anus right.
Who's a good guy to go through an actual ring one that you can wear? I mean, professionally, nicest you can get. Who makes
Mark
a nice
Ethier.
mask? Who?
believe it or not, I
That's the
got
guy I was
this
talking
off of
about.
eBay, and whoever I got it from is made nice. To be honest with you.
Is that Laganja mask?
Yeah, that's my character, Laganja.
Laganja, yeah.
Is there somebody? Does anybody know somebody that can make one with something that I want on it or something?
Mark Ethier.
Oh yeah, there's plenty
Mark
of
Ethier.
people.
Mark's
Ben
masks.
knows a good guy.
Yeah.
Mark's mask.
Yeah, Mark with a C. Mark's
Yeah.
masks. It's not. I
He,
think it costs between 100 and 150 bucks.
Yeah, he's on Facebook. He just moved, so I think he's still trying to settle in, and he may be taking orders right now. I can get his information to you, and you can contact him. But he makes the mask for Dark Side of the Ring.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, that's what I want. It's something real deal. That's that. But I'd like to have something on it that I want.
I'm
And,
just
don't
One of my
technically-
promo
and
characters. Tony.
he's in Canada, but his prices are very fair. Very.
Yes.
I think it would be cool to get one with the Duke logo, the D.
That'd
So,
be awesome.
I'll send you a link to his page,
Please.
and you can go look at his pictures. There might be a Duke made mask. He done made thousands of masks.
There you go, Ricky. Ben's got the info.
Kane mask.
This is the one I
The
want.
shop one, I'm kind of interested in probably getting.
I
This is
like the
one I
Kane one and the Mankind one.
Yeah,
That's
This would
pretty
cost
cool.
me. This would cost me 15, but it's a $15 mask. So, but I want
Okay.
the one he makes with the real leather and the heavy duty stitching.
yeah.
And the glittery gold. You know?
Yeah.
He makes. Here, I'll grab a couple of them that he made.
I would have to have the one like Ben has. Don't you have
Did
the
you-
machine one?
Yeah, let me
Sure.
grab them. I'll grab
Well,
a
he's-
few to show.
While he's doing that, did y'all see Undertaker's top 5 tag teams of all time that he rated? Did y'all
Yes.
see that?
I heard about it.
It's in the wrestling belts if you wanted to get it wide or group mark if you wanted to get it and then post it up because I wanted to see people's reactions.
Okay.
Yeah, he picked all
Yeah,
of
we
them.
did get some updates with Mark. I think he checked in twice, Gianni. Twice or 3 times. He was at work
Twice.
probably.
Like for me, Andy, I mean, I think he had it good. I'd still have rock and roll at number 1, but I'm not. And people out there can answer this for. I love the Road Warriors.
You don't think they were number one?
I don't put them at number 1 just because they could not take a bump and they could not take a long match. And then somebody hit me with, wait a minute, Demolition was big. I said, Demolition could take bumps and they take beat ups and they could do, but
Bill hit Ben up. He's got the information on the guy.
Oh, look
Hey,
at that.
you got a
Good
fan
looking
in the ganja there. Oh,
I wonder if he's the person who made the mask for the wrestler Mia in our
Oh yeah,
promotion.
That's
Laganja's
He's in Canada too.
Yeah.
how do you even tie that up? How do you tie that up with it being behind you? Get somebody else to do it?
apparently.
What the mask?
It's a shoelace. It looks like a shoelace almost. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you.
And then there's a little flap here. for your head.
Yeah.
So you just
Yeah,
slide it
I
on.
want one. I got
You
a
just
couple
slide it
stores I
on
want to
and-
rob, so I want one.
That's nice.
There's
That's
there's
awesome.
there's that. Here's CM Punk's Straight
Darn.
Edge Society.
Ooh, I like the leather. How that's on there.
Yeah.
I once did a promo with a luchador mask with a Burger King crown.
And then
They're not
it
too bad, but
has-
they are a little pricey, but they
Oh,
look
the
to be worth
pin
it.
strap. Oh man, now
What's
I
it
wouldn't want to
called,
know
man?
how.
What's the guy's thing?
So it comes on like a football helmet kind of thing, where
No,
it
So
it's
stretches
just
on.
it's
the
just heavy duty
CM Punk
material.
mask just slides on,
Oh, I like that.
and then you strap it
Hey
right
Ben,
down here.
did we share that guy's information on
Yes.
the?
Yes. Let me show a couple more masks. Since I got them down,
Okay,
a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
like
people is gonna
the
like this
comment
next
that was
one.
just. Yeah, the comment was just there. I like Demolition too. I thought they could take a bump and fight.
There's Mil Mascaris.
That's sweet.
Awesome.
I'm coming over to spend.
Mil Mascaris was a chiropractor. Did you know that?
And this is one of my favorite masks that he made.
Hey, look at that
This is
Chicago
probably
beard
my
back there.
favorite. Vader.
Ah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's nice too, Ben.
Great wrestler, man. He could sell it too, boy. As a big man, some of them big men get in the ring and they're hitting them and they're like, sell it, dude. They're not
Him
selling it.
and Bam Bam were phenomenal.
They were a great tag team.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
There's
pop
my-
this up real quick, but we only have 9 minutes left, so I don't want to do a lot of discussion on it. But this is Undertaker's top 4 tag teams. Road Warriors number 1.
Bill, we'll get that
number 2.
information for you.
Who's number 3 there? I can't.
Midnight.
Small. Oh,
Midnight
Midnight Express. Okay.
Yeah.
And then 4 is Arn and
Iron
Tully.
Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah, Iron and Tully. Yep.
If you're a WWF fan, the Brainbusters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the Midnight Express there is Stan Lane's version. Stan Lane and
Yes.
Bobby Eaton.
Yeah.
I'd either one of them. I'd still put at 3.
Yeah.
Either version.
Yeah.
Or I'd put them at 2. Excuse me. I have Rock and
So,
Roll 1, Midnight.
We
2.
could talk about that on a future show. That's a good topic. We'll talk about that.
It is.
But
I know
nobody
Bill's-
else feels like with me that that the Road Warrior was just always so stiff in the ring that it was like they had to overpower somebody and beat them down, but they couldn't let anybody else do anything to them.
It's
and
just
it
their
was always
presence,
a 4
Kev.
or
It's their
5 minute match.
presence. I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
their entrance. I've been to like 2 or 3 of their entrances into the ring. The place just goes bananas when Iron Man starts.
Of course. I'm not doubting they're one of the best because if I'm just that would be my complaint of why I'd have them a little bit lower, just because they were gassed after 4 or 5 minutes in the ring.
Yeah.
Doom
Yeah.
mask.
Conditioned.
Yep.
Did you guys ever see the match between the Hart Foundation and the Brainbusters?
There you go, Phil.
It was I can't remember which pay-per-view. It was either SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series. It was one of it could have been WrestleMania even. But that match with the Brainbusters and the Hart Foundation is one of my favorite tag matches I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, you've got 2 guys that can all sell it, all tell a story. I mean, you got 4 icons in the ring at that point.
Well, even like if so, you have you got Ernest and Tully Blanchard with Bret Hart, and then Jim the Anvil is probably out of the 4 there, probably the worst, but he was not a bad wrestler, right? Like he just overshadowed how good Bret was, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they all worked, like they were all like it was just like the chain wrestling was great, the bumps they were taking, the selling, it was just the story they were telling.
Gary, I would say they were number 5 in my book.
The Hart Foundation?
The Rockers. No, the Hart Foundation are up there.
Our Foundation are probably one of my favorite tag teams.
They would be
Underrated is the Russian.
Top
The
10 or top
Russians.
25 was Rockers.
Yeah, top 25, I would go for the Rockers.
You know,
The-
a lot
the
of people
Russians
like to put the Steiners up there.
Oh,
but
yeah.
the Steiners didn't really tag for a long time together.
The
Yeah.
Brainbusters,
The
1989.
The Rockers didn't
The
go that
Hart
long.
Foundation.
Rockers
Yep.
didn't either.
I think, like for me as a kid growing up in the '80s, watching the WWF, we were spoiled with the tag teams we had. You had like Strike Force, you had
Killer
the
Bees.
Rougeau Brothers, the Bulldogs, the Demolition, Powers of Pain, Hart Foundation, and on and on and on. What wasn't the Orient Express? There was the two Asian wrestlers, and they were great. There was so many tag teams. It was just
Killer Bees.
Okay, here's my
The
question.
Killer Bees. There you go, Kev.
Why aren't the Midnight Express in the Hall of Fame?
Right?
Don't know.
What
One of
Hall
the
of
greatest
Fame?
tag teams of all
Yeah,
time.
there you go.
Scott
He's
says
right.
the Hollywood Blondes.
It's the same way with the NWA. You were spoiled with good tag teams. I think that's what's missing from today's wrestling. You want to put so many
Definitely.
individual wrestlers together.
The best tag teams.
Where's the tag team? The actual tag teams. They don't fight independently. Let them fight as tag teams.
Yeah, we're actually one of the things that we're working on in our promotion is we're going to get more tag teams going because we have so many new students coming through the program and there's guys that want to work together. And I think because tag team wrestling is such a lost art.
Yes.
You know,
and
there's
that's another good one, Scott.
You could play such a good line by doing. I mean that you know, the build up again with Russia, with the United States and Russia. You could do another Russian tag team and have that element. That element of where somebody's from is also lost.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, there's
I love it
peace
for the Mulkeys.
generation.
Yeah,
Hey.
we you know,
Natural
we've been in that.
disaster. That's
But you
another
can-
good one.
There you go.
Somebody said the Mulkeys, but
Yeah.
you think about it. The Mulkeys could possibly be a top 25 tag team, and this is why they enhanced everyone else around them
Yeah.
to look
They
great.
were one of the best enhancement tag teams in wrestling. Yes.
They were the tag
Right
team
there,
version
no
of
comment.
George South.
Yeah,
That's another
exactly.
good comment.
Bob's right
Give
there.
them their credit. Just because they didn't win a lot don't mean they did not contribute.
They did their job. They
Yeah.
did their job.
Right.
U.S.
Well,
Express.
Doom
US
was one of
Express.
my favorite too.
Yeah.
The problem with Doom is they didn't have a longevity at all. They were only
Yeah.
together a year,
Yeah.
Not very long.
year and a
The-
half.
The
Yeah, not
Russia,
long enough. Not long
I
enough.
look at longevity when I look at tag teams, like the
Ivan
Steiner.
and Nikita Koloff, I think, should be in that conversation.
Ivan and Nikita were
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ivan
Why isn't
Nikita.
Nikita
Yeah.
Koloff in the Hall of Fame?
Gary got it right there.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Going around
Exactly,
throwing
Gary. And,
Going around
and
throwing
you gotta remember enhancement talent. A lot of those guys, especially the Mulkeys,
Mhm.
we
Is
all
Ivan-
only seen them win one time on TV.
What about the Moondogs?
Yeah.
Sika
The
and
wild
Asa.
Samoas. Yeah.
The Wild,
Wild
Samoans.
Samoans,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Is Ivan
Legacy?
Ivan
Oh my
Koloff in the
God.
Hall of Fame?
No,
No,
No.
he's not.
they won't even
Mhm.
mention Ivan on WWE.
No. Ivan's a
Right.
former
and
champion.
he's
They
a
never
former world
mention him,
champ.
and they talk about the former
Right.
champions. Never.
Ivan Koloff?
Yeah,
That's
They never
crazy.
mention
Why?
him.
What
He-
happened?
I don't know. It's
lived-
crazy. If you ever look, they never acknowledge or mention Ivan, even though the only time they did is when he passed.
Booker
Yeah.
T and Gold.
Other than
one of
that,
the-
they're
one
not
of the-
telling the story that he's part of the Bruno San Martino story.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
one of the nicest men too. I'd see him
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
time. He lived in my town here. He was so nice. Every
I've heard
time
it.
I'd see him at the
Oh, Harlem
bank
Heat.
or Walmart.
I've seen a
God,
shoot interview with him on YouTube, and to hear him talk in his normal voice was shocking the first time. I thought that don't sound
Oh
like
yeah, I was
He
like,
was-
what the
he
heck?
was so nice. And then when he passed away,
First time I heard
was like,
Nikita talk in his regular voice.
he's a Jewish Canadian.
Who's that?
Ivan Koloff.
Really?
Yes.
How did I not know this?
Yes, he was a Jewish. He was a Jew living in Canada. I'm not sure what his actual nationality was, but
You know, there's not like, so this is funny. Like, I didn't know anyone who was Jewish until I met a guy this year on my baseball team.
let me back up. He became a Christian.
Did he?
Maybe he's Christian, not Jewish.
Okay.
yeah, Christian. He was a Christian.
Yes, Christian.
When I went to Yankee Stadium, I saw like the traditional Jews that have like the little tassels and stuff and the headpiece.
No, I
I've
had it
never
wrong.
seen that before.
I had that wrong. He was Christian.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah,
You're
he was.
bad.
He
My bad.
might have been Jewish when he was younger. I don't know, but he was a
No.
Christian, practicing Christian when he passed away.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
He has a couple books about his faith and then wrestling
Wow,
and how
this is
how it
pretty
led
cool,
it
man.
to him.
Him and Nikita both are, were really in the faith. So
Mm-hmm. Big
I
time.
believe Tully is too. Tully's real big.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. He
Yeah,
used to be
Tully
prison.
goes to prisons
Yes.
and preaches to the prisoners.
Lex
Tully
Luthor
really?
has
Hulk
become
Hogan's
religious
going to
too.
a church down in Florida. There, he was on Joe Rogan's show, and he actually said, "Yeah, he named the church." He said, "Come on down," right? Like, so There's a lot of these guys that are finding Christ later on in life, which is nice.
I wonder if he,
I think
comes
Sting.
down the aisle in his music.
I don't know, but I think Sting converted Lex Luger.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, he actually baptized him, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
The Mega Powers, definitely.
Ted DiBiase was a Christian. Is a Christian. Still is. He's still alive.
Can you believe we went 2 hours already? Jesus.
Yeah, we're at the
Dusty and Nikita. I didn't think.
One quick thing about Ted DiBiase, there is a video on YouTube of him giving his testimony. It is powerful. He talks about the things he did, the affairs he had while he's on the road, and how God had a bigger plan for him, and it's just awesome. You have to hear it. He's very helpful.
Mark Marrow too. That's another good guy.
Yeah. So that's the end of the show. Our time is up for tonight. Good show, guys. Great show. Tony, I want to thank you.
Great.
Thank you, Tony. I want to thank you for being on with us tonight.
Thank you.
And I want to thank everyone for
coming, Tony.
I want to thank everyone for giving up their 2 hours to be with us tonight. We enjoy each and every one of you and appreciate every one of you. Next week is our Christmas show. We don't know what we're going to talk about yet, but we'll put something together for you, and maybe we can include some of you guys. That'd be great. So on behalf of Richard, Andy, Tony, Grandpa Walker, sorry, and Dave. Dave's not here. We'll say good night, and we'll see you next week. Have a good night, everybody.
See you next week. Thanks again, Tony.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Tune in next week.